Fish in the morning. I don't even know if I got stuff. That's a good catchy hook. So restaurants should use that.
You are now tuned in to an exclusive.
Hey, Todd, go to your page real quick. We trying to ask our audience out there, do y'all eat catfish in the morning? For anybody don't know what that stands for, that means, do you eat catfish in the morning? You gotta get started. Yeah, see, they back here discussing, they're going crazy over the catfish in the morning.
You are now tuned in to an
We
exclusive.
about to get started, y'all. You know how it is on Shop Talk. Barbershop feeling good. We down here at Diamond Cuts. Feeling good. Shout out to Diamond Cuts, you know, rocking with us. We're gonna have a good show for y'all tonight, so just want to let y'all relax. Get ready to enjoy the show. Hope y'all like my singing. Do you like catfish in the morning? So you pull up the... That's all right. Yeah, pull up the, yeah. They want, you know, we got to rock out before the show starts every time. I don't use that on my data singing all this stuff. Yeah, you know, we got our own theme song, so we got to bounce with it one time.
You bounce to this.
Do it start like that?
Like, can you bounce to this?
Yeah, they can hear me loud.
So I know that.
So I can start breakdancing.
Nah, they hear you right
If
now.
I wasn't a little as old, not old, if I wasn't older,
Hey, we gonna go live and talk to down the way on here for one time. We gonna drop this black line and see Talk going down the well.
So I'm about to hit the sound.
every part of hip hop, the music, the DJ, the breakdancing, I was part of all that.
You about to hit the sound.
Yeah, if I ain't heard, we got Mr. Branden, Criss in the building. Miss.
Well, I need to go live on this.
Nah, I just need to do something real quick.
Tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna let me sing to him?
Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
How about we just pull over in the way where we at?
Hold on. How about we just pull over and just go where we at? He ain't about to call Mario. We ain't going with that. We ain't gonna hold it. We ain't going with that now. Nah, we just having fun.
Yeah, I just told her on the Facebook radio that you was singing.
Yeah, we just pulled
I
up.
told her how we first met when you came up to the shop.
And I tagged all y'all in this.
Okay,
They ain't no print.
Hey, Todd, I mean, yeah, what's this water?
What's the water?
Water.
Oh, it's water? Oh, the man. We got it.
Nah, it's coming out here.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
Y'all janitor had just replaced it.
And he just left, y'all.
He just wasted all the water.
Stop the press. Good. All right, we got this. Everything under control, y'all. Don't worry about it. We got this.
We don't want no injuries. We ain't got no money to pay for no lawsuit.
Y'all ready to start
That's
this
a paper
off?
towel right there, ain't it?
Yeah, we got. Y'all ready to start this off right?
And please remember, if I don't see your comments, it ain't my fault.
Make sure y'all talk to us. We love all the comments. We appreciate the love out there.
Talk
Really
that.
appreciate
That
that.
ain't gonna do it.
What's going to do? You ready? Hold on. Let's bounce with. They want to bounce with us all the time. Yeah, we all good. Yeah, we all, everybody good. Hey, Tuck.
Yes, sir.
Here real quick. Yeah, there we go. There we go. They got to bounce with. Hold on. There we go. Bounce one time. Bounce one time. Bounce one time. Pull up a chair, y'all. Y'all ready? One more time. One more time. One more time for y'all. One more time. Bounce. 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 One time. Make that make noise in the background. Like,
Man, I ain't trying to get electrocuted over here neither.
you ready?
Really?
I figured this was a mannequin challenge, so yes, I thought we were doing the mannequin challenge. I'm sitting here in my pose. That wasn't epic. Never mind. So, how y'all doing today? We still on the mannequin challenge. We will not be doing it this time. Maybe what's that get it challenge they got going on now? What's the one challenge they got? I know y'all know. Look at Brandon Hill. You don't seen the word. What's it, the get it challenge?
I seen the So Gone challenge.
Yeah, not the so gone. That's a new one. They twerking or something.
The get it challenge.
Yeah. Look, you too old for them. Your older days.
Yeah.
But no. So this is it's a breakdance. This is about breakdance. Hey, I told you. I heard talking about you gonna do the down and weight. The down and weight challenge. Cincinnati's own down and weight challenge. Let's start that. Don't do that. Look, don't do that. Don't get me in there. Who's that gonna get flipped? Don't get it started. Look at
them trying to ask to see that for real.
What? See it for real? Yeah, what not?
I heard on the show y'all doing the
down and weight challenge.
We ain't doing nothing.
Down and weight challenge coming soon.
We sticking to the American challenges.
No, we ain't doing that no more. It failed. Y'all had me looking stupid. I just felt I looked good in that post. But anyway, we starting the show off on a good note. Hope y'all caught us earlier on the radio. Shout out to FS Radio, Fish Squad Radio, Miss Kim, we were on over here was earlier. We had a good show, so I hope y'all got to tune in with that. We just got back down from the other side, so appreciate that. Today we got a good show going on. We got Miss Victoria Morgan, the lovely Miss Victoria. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing good. I'm from Detroit. So, I'm doing good. Top, you all right?
I'm chilling.
You always chilling. That's the man right there. He gets so many requests about how good he was chilling. That's nice, man. That's nice. Like, you just make chilling look good. That's a good thing, though.
It's a lot easier right now due to the temperature drop.
Oh, in the city? See,
Yeah,
I'm from Detroit. We used to be in cold. So that's we're going to get back to why you looking at me like that? I'm from the deep east side all day. Yay. That's me.
That nigga was down the street.
Down the street. Little dude from around the corner.
Yeah, down the street for real this time.
Oh yeah, we down at Diamond Cut, so yeah, Nah, I grew up in Millville, if anybody ain't know. It's pretty good. So how about you? Where you from?
I'm from Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Go Cavs.
We got the wrong guest on the show. Can we get the next person, please?
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Once again, we got the wrong guest on the show. Can we get somebody else here? The Cowboys. We were actually talking about that earlier. What makes the Cowboys special to you? Is it they special or what it makes?
Yeah.
You know what? It has really been unfortunate that Romo was injured, but it has truly been a blessing in disguise that he was injured.
Yeah, well, they probably agree on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good.
I don't know how long have you been a Cowboys fan?
I have been a Cowboys fan since I was 6. Like, I had the starter coat.
Oh, she was the starter coach. She took that.
Yeah.
They don't even
How
make
did you
that.
get introduced to football starter coach in Dallas Cowboys at the age of 6?
Okay, so I'm an Army brat. So we were stationed in this town called Harlem, California. It's like an hour south of Reno.
Did your parents move?
Yeah. Everyone was either a Niners, a Raiders, or a Cowboys fan. My favorite color is blue. I picked the Cowboys.
Okay. So you're a fan of the color. What about the Detroit Lions? Detroit Lions, I'm just saying.
I was a diehard Cowboys. I mean, even when they were losing, when they were terrible.
So that's usually every year for a long time. You sound like the Bengals.
At your earliest age, who did you know that was on the Cowboys team? What player was you a fan of?
Emmitt Smith.
Okay. Well, better than Barry Sanders. Go ahead, Detroit.
So it was Emmitt Smith. It was Michael Irvin.
She's starting to slow down. She's trying to slow down.
Deion Sanders.
Okay. I guess I'll give her that.
So you like the flashes?
No, I mean,
Deion, Michael too.
If I was older back then.
Michael Irvin was flashy.
Yeah.
He partied heavy.
No, but they were good players.
Oh, good.
Y'all, the players nowadays, they're soft. Like they want like
the
players today.
Yeah.
That fell, like barely touched.
Who you talking about?
Number 18.
18 on what team?
The Bengals.
The Bengals. Oh, okay.
He like green.
So
today,
so
I was watching the game, and he fell like this.
She had the man pose with it.
And they escorted him off the field, and I was like, really, dude?
Really? When Deion Sanders got hit that one time, flipped over, you remember that?
And he got right back up.
And got right back up. That was on Ludacris did that promo. I remember that. What you gonna do, man? That was hot.
So players they're not the same these days.
Well, that's any sport. You can go into the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James. I mean, he might do
LeBron ain't soft?
LeBron, I like LeBron off the court. We going to Cleveland, you brought it up. I like LeBron off the court.
LeBron is amazing. let's talk about LeBron off the court.
Yeah, no, we're talking about sports. Off the court, he's a great guy, family man, what we need.
You ain't say talk about
outstanding guy.
Michael Irvin off the field. What he was doing off the field, so we gonna talk about
what was he doing off the field, Tom?
We digress. Let's go back.
No, don't digress.
What you said? What was he doing?
Yeah, what was he doing? What was he doing?
Yeah,
What was he doing?
He got like a permanent running nose syndrome.
I think that was hearsay. I don't know if that was based on.
I'm not talking about that, man. I wouldn't even.
You know what? I like Michael Irvin. I ain't finna talk about that.
Nah, we just mess around.
We
We ain't gonna talk about it. We don't. You know this lie.
Huh?
This lie.
I don't care.
Oh, okay. Just make sure people understand this. Y'all talk lie. We ain't get no sponsors after this, brother. We just lost like 5 sponsors right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, like,
But that's already public information.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So just make sure, okay? So we can get sponsored by you. What company you are? No, go ahead. You just celebrate. Let's talk about what brings you here, because we want to bring you here for a great reason.
Okay. So
We've been looking for great, inspirational people, and we couldn't find them, so we had to start with you. So,
okay. I like that.
no,
like
seriously,
that.
I love what you do. It actually touched me when I heard about you. So that's why I really wanted to have you. And I want you to let the people know why you're here, what you stand for. Let them know a little bit about your business.
Okay, so my nonprofit is She's Healed, and originally started solely with working with victims of domestic violence. Over the years, it's evolved. So we work with young girls. We teach etiquette, self-esteem, healthy relationships. I now also teach a victims awareness class at the men's prison in Marion, Ohio. So also working with perpetrators of domestic violence. So it is. A lot of people, you know.
You flipped on. You handling both sides.
I do. And people, a lot of times when I start discussions, I'll ask, you know, what is people's perception of it, you know, and people, we tend to assess people based off of how they look, what they have on, and we think, oh, their life was easy. And that's usually not the case. So by day, I'm an accounting manager. I've been doing accounting for about 12 years, and about 4 years ago, you know, good job, but just feeling unfulfilled.
Having a purpose that means
exactly.
Real meaning, like you know your meant. There's nothing wrong with somebody who hasn't found their calling yet. But when you know your calling, your meaning, it's like go get it.
Right.
Don't let it go.
Right. Exactly. So I realized that my purpose was the one area of my life that I was trying to ignore. Like I just wanted to bury all that hurt. I wanted to act like it didn't happen. But I was watching this Oprah show. She had this victim. This lady who had been through similar things as I had as far as child abuse, sexual abuse, things of that nature. And as a result, she had 92 multiple personalities. Yes. And even when
is
she
that
was,
real? Was that
no,
like,
people are really...
Like that is really, I want to say, if the right term, correct me if I'm wrong, is that a side effect of something that can happen? That's the right way to say it. Like you can develop something serious like that.
Yeah, because what she said, you know, when different incidents would occur, in her mind, that was her way of escaping. So she would just mentally check out, like, oh, I'm Susie over here, whatever. And your mind is, you know, it's easy to
accept it.
To shift. Yeah. I mean, not just from abuse. You could think of anything in your life that alters your path. It could mentally mess you up.
And she kept that. Those personalities never left.
Yeah, she had 92 months of personality. So, like, even in her interview, her demeanor would change, her voice would change. She would kind of transform into this little girl. But really, in that moment, I realized how fortunate and how blessed I was because, and I think we can all look at things we've encountered that should have made us this, or statistics will say we should be this, and then when you realize you're not, and at that moment, I just
special.
Yeah.
It makes you understand the special.
And so I wanted to help other people.
I want to hit on a lot of what you just said, but one thing that caught me when you just said it was you help the perpetrators, correct, and you help the victims. How was that working from that? Because every time you say I work with people with abuse, it's always like saying it's a kid, a woman, or something like that. Right. But to see from their point of view, do you see that actually the background behind that, like they were abused, and then you get almost see it's almost like you feel a certain way. It's almost like watching SVU, and you watch an episode where you see where the guy was raped and molested, and now he does it. Yeah. You actually see that point.
I do. So the very first class that I had at the prison, I had all the inmates stand up. We separated them on 2 different sides of the room. The rule was I would make a statement. If it applied to you, you walk to the other side of the room. And so a lot of these guys come from good families, you know, money, educated, all these different variables. And then my end point was, okay, but yet you're all here.
Right.
And so a lot of these guys, they have been physically abused, sexually abused. They saw their mom be physically abused. And so naturally you would say, okay, well then why would you do that to somebody?
Right.
But again, your brain is programmed that this behavior is acceptable. I personally, I have never whooped my kids because I always feared that something would just click and I wouldn't know to stop.
Just stop doing it because it's
Right.
happening.
Right. And so it's with any learned behavior, like
That's the key word. Learn behavior.
any learned
People
behavior.
have to understand what they're Google it, people. Learn
Yeah.
behavior.
So your kids off the channel.
No,
But I think in a degree, I think in a sense that makes it better. I think it almost makes it better because they get a deeper understanding of, no, I'm not going to yell at you, I'm not going to hit you, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make
Right.
them think about what you did.
Right.
A lot of parents hit their kids, but they don't. They're just yelling at them. Stop, 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 stop. But they don't know why they're stopping.
and then what happens? So you punch your child, then you get a call from school that your child punched a child, and then they come home and you want to punch them for punching.
So, and all you did was
it's just a never-ending cycle.
you're teaching your kid
Right.
that when you want something to happen and somebody's not
You
doing
have to
it,
be
hit them.
physically-
So when they're at school and somebody's messing with them and they want something to happen, hit them. And then what
Right.
you're gonna do when your kid come back home that they can do something to hit them. So you just, that
Exactly.
cycle just keeps going.
Right.
So
And when I was younger, oh my God, it was bad. I got counseling because, you know, that was just programming me. If they get
So
too
you're
close, I wouldn't say that.
you bless them right now. But you know.
If they get too close, you got to defend yourself. And
Real quick, anybody got any questions? Please shout them out. Anything you got to say? Let us know. Our producer's back there watching them all. Let us know how it's going. She enjoying the show too much. So everything going through.
You know I can't see no comments.
They don't block us again.
I can see all the hearts and the thumbs up, but I can't see no comments.
For everybody who love our show, please excuse us. They shut us down all the time. They stop us from seeing comments. So please call in. Anything you got to say, 513-376-4656. Call in. Great conversation. Join in. We're talking about the fact that she used to beat up on everybody else.
I did.
So that's where we are now.
Oh, she used to be a
I did. No.
Look at look, she's blushing so hard right now. Yeah, that's the smile of her. Look, that's the smile.
No, but I
I know
learned my words.
I know some cute
Like, to
killers.
me, words are more powerful than anything that you could, I wouldn't say anything, but words are more powerful than what you could do to someone physically. And that's another aspect of abuse. So it's not always physical, it's the verbal. And so I learned to retaliate with my words. I don't have to hit you.
Oh, so you good like that?
You know, I'm saved now. And no, honestly, the older I get, you come to a realization this is not worth an argument or this is not worth this reaction.
I got a question on that. You said the older I get. What if you were taught the things you know now when you were a kid? So is it, and what my question is leading to is, if we teach our youth at an earlier age, do you think a lot of this conflict that we're building up as adults could be changed also? Do you think that?
Definitely, but it has to be, it's more than what you say. Your behavior has to line up as well.
You have to live out what you're saying.
Exactly. So, you know, a lot of times when we were younger, your mama said, don't do what I do what I say. And that's like the most backward.
Yes, it is.
But is that our culture or is that just people in all
It's
these?
our
You were in this.
culture. It's our culture because every generation been taught that.
So it's not. It's something that is every culture. Because I don't know. I'm saying
I think it's mostly our culture because, you know.
I think that's everybody. I would think that's everybody. Because I think.
I mean, the
white
fact
parents,
is
the Mexican parents, whoever you want to call it, they all have that thought that I'm a parent, I can say what I want, and you just gonna do what I
Or
say.
you just do what I say.
I think
I think it's our culture.
I think it's
But
mostly
this is what we in our culture.
No,
think
but
it's
I say
mostly
that
our
because if you think about where our culture has been placed in society, there are certain things that we do and we make it all right because we say, don't do as I say, don't do as I do, do as I say.
But I also think that goes in with that where we say don't question authority.
That's what
Then it also goes in with a lot of religious teachings. You know, just
Just trust what I'm saying is true.
So in essence, everything around us is basically telling us that don't do nothing what we're saying. Just follow what we're saying. Don't do what we're doing.
But me personally, I think that's wrong. I think you should be able to question your parents or anybody. But the thing is, you have to question them in a respectable manner.
Right.
Because once that child questions that parent, a lot of times it's going to cause that parent to have to look at themselves if they're doing something that is not good. That's just like a child be like, well, Mama, why you drink? And most parents don't want to answer that question to their child why they drink, because it's going to make them reflect and look at themselves on why actually do I drink?
Right.
And a lot of times we want to escape from reality, but we don't know how to or even want to explain that to our children, because once you explain, I do this to escape from reality, now you're telling that child what to do when they get into a bad situation is to drink. So we really just running from the reality and answers of our own. Yeah.
Right. I was taking a step further in saying that it's a societal issue.
Yeah.
You know, we look at the laws that we have in place. You don't murder, you don't steal, you don't do this, but then you see the issue.
Attention trial. What is this? Is this a This is a tism.
You see the issue
utensil for this.
with our black men unjustly killed. You see the politicians that are saying, I don't ever pay taxes. But if I remember when I got audited for not paying my taxes, and they said, you know, you owe us $10,000. You know, so it goes across the boards with everybody.
So that's what. So it's not just our culture. It's just it's the American way.
We just need to get into being allowed to question authority, because it even starts in your schools with your children, because they tell them not to question authority. Or the child got in trouble and they telling the parent that they keep questioning authority. But sometimes that teacher may be saying or doing something that they shouldn't be saying.
Oh, yeah.
So why can't that child question authority? But it's just people have to learn how to be respectable about everything.
I agree.
That's pretty much how I see that.
So sorry about that. They've been wanting us up to ask some questions about everything. So just want to say, let them know where you at again. Your business on your nonprofit.
Okay. So again, my nonprofit is called She's Healed. Work with both victims and perpetrators of domestic violence. Some things that I do, you'll see on my social media, but a lot of times, a lot of stuff that I do is I get an inbox or a phone call from someone that I do not know that just wants to talk, they just want to meet up, they want my advice, they just want pray, whatever. And obviously, that stuff I'm not going to put up.
How does that make you feel that that's all on you? Because I want to know, a lot of people will love to say they can do what you do, but they don't know how to handle that person. Because you random people just calling me with questions on how to better my life. How do you handle that point? I don't want to say stress, because it can feel like a blessing when you're doing this with somebody. How do you handle it?
It can be stressful. I know when I leave, each time I leave the men's prison, I do not sleep that night because of all of the story. And I'm a very I don't know how to say visual. If I hear it, I can visualize it. And so having to deprogram myself from everything I heard, everything that I saw in the prison, and a lot of times it's kind of like if I'm talking to you and I'm crying and I'm like unloading my baggage, it's like you feel that transfer of energy. So it is stressful, but. For me, seeing someone, for lack of a better word, freed or better or able to make a better decision with your life, it really makes it all worth it. It also makes me live my life in a way that someone who feels they can look up to me, that
purpose is being fulfilled.
Right. So I'm conscious of what I do. I'm very conscious. I saw someone post on Facebook, you log in and it says, how do you feel? Right. And some days, I don't feel that great, and I want to just and I wait, because I have a lot of women that follow me just based simply off the empowering and encouraging words that I post.
So you have to understand, it's almost like saying you're a role model without saying you're a role model. If you became a public figure, you're a role model, so you have to watch what you do, what you say, because some people, some people, like, for example, Charles Barkley, they come out with stuff saying, I'm not a role model. Once you step in that place, you are that person whether you want to or not. So you haven't said there's a lot of little girls there's a lot of even young boys who may look up to you, want to know how you hold yourself. So that's a very good point. Go ahead, Tom. What do you want to say?
I'm saying, like, from a person that gives out encouragement, inspiration, like you taking in so much of theirs. So where do you get your encouragement and inspiration?
Or where do you let yours out?
Yeah.
Because you got to be able to let it out.
Yeah.
In confidence also.
I write a lot. That's just the way I kind of unload some things. I have a good, I guess, group of women that are like sisters to me, that I can just text or phone call, send an emoji like, look, today is bad.
Right.
I woke up, I'm crying. I don't even know why.
Right.
And so I have a good support system in that regard, and that's very helpful.
So I guess that's important for most people to know that they need a support team.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I got a question. I got two more questions. Well, sort of two more questions. With the guys in jail, or whoever's in the system, do you think it's helpful with them being put in the system and being around the same thing too? Does that actually do anything to them when they see this? When they're sharing the same story you just said you couldn't sleep because you talked about it. They're sharing these stories back and forth all day. Do you really think that is beneficial, or do you think there's probably somewhere else they should be?
It's tough. I've been in the jail. I've heard like people screaming. Just that has to mess you up.
Right, that's what I mean. For them to be in there.
Was you scared in there?
Yeah, it's minimum security. So once I
Minimum security.
so once I walk through the first 2-3 gates, I'm just in there. So I'm walking. They're walking behind me. They're walking in front of me. And of course, I get obscene gestures and so when I go, I have my blazers come down to my knees and yeah.
Little nothing fair now. Walking in there.
So you like, what's that show on Netflix they got through there? The Hero on Netflix they got that. What's his name? The black dude, the black hero.
John something. I think of Johnny Cage.
Luke Cage.
I think of Johnny Cage. I'm talking about Mortal Kombat. I'm talking about
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
You know they had that lady on there that Luke Cage had went to the penitentiary system, and he was sitting in the room and they was, saying like counseling. So I guess you kind of just got that lady.
Yeah. So, and then the guys sometimes they'll open up and they will share their story. I think I talk to them a lot about the idea of recidivism. So basically, once you're in the system, the likelihood of you leaving out, committing the same crime, coming right back. I've had guys like that in my class where I come back 4 months later and I'm like, what are you doing here? Like what? So I forgot the question at this point.
No, I'm just saying. Is it okay? I'm asking you, is it okay? I mean, do you think that helps with them being in that same situation, hearing it over?
I've had some guys, the last time I went, this lady was sharing her story about sexual abuse. Mm-hmm. Her and her 3 sisters had been molested by their dad for 12, 15 years. Some of the guys got up and left. And the class is a requirement for them to be released, but it was just too much. And I'll talk to these guys, okay, how many have daughters that raise their hand? How many have sons? Okay, if you got the phone call that a man did what you did to your daughter, how would you feel? Or if your son had committed the same act that you did, how did you feel? And it's like they have this aha moment, but I think a lot of times we feel like we're living for ourselves.
Right.
And we're not. Mm-hmm. If I do something crazy, that reflects on my children as well, on my parents. A lot of people are affected by our behavior.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take you to another level on the opposite side. How is it with young girls? Right? Do you even get college from young boys and girls? Do you ever get males calling them? So with young girls, when they call them, before I get to that, I want to go back. Is there a place for young boys to call in the young boys? Because this happens to young boys. Because these guys are in there from that happening. Is there a place for young boys? Because, like you said, a lot of the men are in there, but do they have a place to call? Like you said, young girls got a lot of places they can call you. But is there a place for a young guy who can call up and say, hey, I need help too?
I think, unfortunately, society kind of teaches our men that if they're manly, that they'll tolerate certain behaviors, and they should just man up. And you know, men are supposed to ask for help, or they're not supposed to go talk to someone. And that's why you have a lot of young boys and men walking around bottled up with anger.
That's because there's a difference between boys and men. Now, boys should have that outlet, and they shouldn't be looked upon as, you know, maybe he's soft or whatever.
Right.
It's like, nah.
But you got to think, when we 11 years old, we're taught that we're a young man. My daughter came and she was like, she told me, Daddy, I'm a young woman. No, you're not.
Not at all.
But our society is training them to think, be earlier than what they are.
I think they're exposed. Our children are exposed to so much,
So quick.
like at such a young age, and unfortunately, that grow up so much quicker than what we did.
Well, I know a big problem I have an issue with that a lot of parents do. They have a tendency, when their kids put on their clothes and they look nice, they get something you sexy. Ain't nothing sexy about a child.
Oh, I see that girl. I ain't gonna call her name, but on Facebook, some girl has. It said something about. She had a picture of her first day at school. She said, it said sexy on it.
Yeah, but you gotta understand words.
Second grade.
You gotta understand the strength of words when you keep putting that in a child's head that they sexy. So really, you open up the doors of them being even visually attracted to anything that has something to do with being sexual.
As a teacher, how do you even assess that when your second grader come in a room with a shirt that say sexy on it? What do you even, like, how do you?
But that's a reflection on the parent.
But at the same time, how do you, because you have to also, this child has to understand what this, not understand, but know that this word means.
Right.
So how would you assess that as a teacher?
I mean, you figure as a teacher, you have this child for however many hours of the day, and that's fine. You can have some type of influence, but it's when they get home and the parents are doing and saying, you know, whatever, and then again, the cycle just repeats.
So everything, just go ahead.
I also believe that's why teachers and coaches need to also fully accept the extra characteristics of a parent with what they work.
But Paul, I think the parents need to let the teachers take that role also.
True.
Because the minute that a teacher steps over that line of just being a teacher, really getting her like, no, sit down before I knock y'all out, and getting that, oh.
See, I would be the mother.
See, but at the same time, it's like but it's not your child doing it, but it's a whole bunch of kids that's interrupting your child's learning. Well, sometimes you need that extra.
I guess that's another story, but that's the thing with teachers need to understand, being a teacher ain't just issuing out work. It's actually learning and knowing how to teach.
Because your favorite teacher was all the ones who actually got on you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even if it wasn't
at the end of the day,
yes, the one who really got on you and made you feel like they cared.
But I think that's
so you said, ooh.
Going back to like your purpose and what you're meant to do. Mm-hmm. Some teachers are teachers because they just want to be a teacher.
Right.
And if you don't really care about children,
right,
you should not be a teacher.
I can't say if you don't care about children. I think you don't care about the whole art form understanding.
Yeah, because
it's a whole thing that goes. It's not just showing a curriculum.
Right.
It's actually teaching life lessons with that also. And I think that's
exactly.
Definitely. So I want to get back to the young girls. How was that? Having all these young women come to you. How was that?
You know.
Because I know you said a lot of guys don't come to you, but people just text you when girls growing up and going through things. Do you ever hear something that's just kind of like?
I think with the women, it's mainly helping them, and it's not something that I myself even perfected, but having to distinguish love. And I constantly saying, that's not love.
Go ahead. Now break this down for people now, because a lot of our viewers come in and say, she said, distinguish love, but what do they think love is? Is it lust? Is it caring? Is it he buying me stuff, or she buying me stuff, or whatever's going on?
Right.
What are they distinguishing? They think love is, what do they put in that place?
So someone can give you a scenario, whether it's physical abuse, emotional, verbal, sexual abuse, whatever. And then you'll say, okay, this is a no-brainer. Why are you still there?
Right.
Oh, because I love him. Okay. Or because he really loves me. Okay. But is that love? And I'll tell people, like, okay, you'll have guys that are like, what are you doing?
Right.
Where you at? And I'm like, oh, I don't want that kind of love.
Well, I think some women, well, men too, but they confuse what they using as an excuse of love is that person is filling an empty void down.
I think it makes,
you understand what I'm saying? Like you say, well, why you still with him? She say, because I love him. And you be like, well, love him what, how?
Right.
But they ain't not telling that, outside of everything else, I'm insecure, and they covers these insecurities, but they still beat me.
Right. It's really a reflection of how little you love yourself. Right. Because I know the last couple of years, as I've grown to know myself more and love myself and reach certain personal goals, it's a lot of stuff I don't tolerate anymore. Mm-hmm. The first red flag or something, I'm like,
I guess it also goes into you learning what love is and being taught that for you to even distinguish what love is and know what to tolerate and what not to tolerate.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying it's love, but what if my love was seeing my mom get beat, and all my life I thought that was love. So when I get hit by a guy, he loves me the way this is the only love I know. And he listens to that Lauryn Hill song, What is Love? It'll take over your... Hey, Brandon, when he come back home, you gonna have to sing company. It's over. So I ain't lose my fan base. They know me, you know what I'm saying? It'll take over your mind. Go ahead, you finish that. But no, seriously.
I just lost 2 viewers.
Listen, I remember at a church that I once attended, my son, the kids were kind of playing at the church, and this little girl walked up to me, and she was mad at my son. My son is 11, so then he may have been like 7 or 8. My son knows you don't put your hands on girls. I don't care. The little girl came up to me. She was mad because my son would not hit her. She was hitting him because I guess she thought that was cute and flirty, and he wouldn't hit her back.
But that's what we're taught.
And she was mad.
We're taught that when a girl hits you, that means they like you. We're taught that, like, she keep hitting you because she like you.
So what is it in that?
But I think that's something else we don't like. I teach my son, don't hit a girl. Well, we don't ever teach our girls not to hit boys. That goes to another topic sideways. But I think that should be fixed also. So I see a lot of them posts on Facebook where a girl keep pushing guys and guys try to get away from it, and then he start hitting her, then they get mad at the boy like, you're a guy, but at the same time, you don't put your hands on nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I guess people are confusing any type of reaction from somebody as love. Because like you say, like a woman or a guy, or a woman, hit the guy and he hit her back, she think, he don't love me. But basically, she's just really trying to get some type of reaction,
attention.
some type of attention.
Attention.
So they confuse that with love.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
So would you say any attention, trying to seek attention, that's the same thing as trying to gain a reaction? That's a good point. What do you think?
Attention
versus reaction. Like, if that girl's hitting him, does she just want that attention, or does she want that reaction for him to like her back? Do you think that either?
I don't know. I can't really relate because I just didn't do stuff like that.
You ain't have to do that. You just got what you want.
Well, no, and I've never been one like, I'm not begging for your attention. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to fight for your attention. Right. I'm secure in myself, and if you don't see it, I feel like it's your loss. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people need to be validated by somebody else. And I went through that phase where I needed to be validated. I needed someone to say that I accomplished enough, I was good enough.
Or you bad enough, you look good enough, you this.
Right.
Well, I still think it's human nature that everybody requires some type of attention. Because if you go your whole life without no attention, I think you will be a little chemically out of balance. I mean, I think it's just like a human nature thing.
So do you think with these young girls, with these young boys, do you think it just wasn't enough attention for the ones that are seeking this? Do you think that?
Probably not enough attention. I mean, I don't know the exact statistics.
I know it's different.
We have so many statistics on how many black homes have both parents. We hear about, and this is regardless of race, women having daddy issues. Mm-hmm. We hear about women naturally being drawn towards the same type of man that their father was. And that could be good or bad.
Because they would think, throwing this out there, they would think that's what love is.
Right.
I think it also goes back to leading by example. So if those are the only examples you're going to get, that's what you're going to kind of adapt or attract to.
Or when you do get a guy who's actually treating you right, you may sit up there and think, you kind of put, like, I always push nice guys off because you're not used to somebody loving you right away. It's not that you push them off because they bad. You just push them off because I ain't used to nobody loving me. I ain't used to you taking care. I ain't used to that calling like, hey, baby, let's go out to eat. I'm used to me sitting there like, damn, you ain't going to come call him? You used to.
Yeah, and I have experienced, I've experienced I've never had someone treat me like you do. Right. And you're like, oh, that's great. And they're like, and I don't know how to take it. And it's just, I can't. And you're like, what? Wait. So you would rather be treated less than what you
were,
should.
because they're used to it. So
That's what they're accustomed to.
that's deep. That's deep. Shop Talk Live get deep. You know what I'm saying? We make it say. And I'm just
So
like, that was a deep moment.
I guess you have to be careful and know what you are accustomed to and know if that's really healthy for you or not. You know, a lot of people just, you're just accustomed to the wrong things and it's unhealthy, but you don't even know how to digest something different. So you just keep staying in this messed up comfort zone, like
Just being
in life in
stagnant.
general. Yeah.
Right. Just being stagnant.
I definitely think that what you're doing is great. How many people do you think you've reached? I'm just curious. You don't have to stump on nobody's toes, make nobody feel bad. But I'm just saying, how many people do you think you reached and how does that make you feel? I'm just curious.
I really have no clue, but I honestly, for once in my life, I feel fulfilled. And once I got to that point, it made it easier for me to reach other personal goals that I set for myself. Because we all have obstacles in life, and they can be used as excuses as to why you should just stay. But hoping to reach a lot more.
I guess.
Well, with that being said, I want to know how can someone get in contact with you? Because I know we may have some audience. That's not actually a good thing to put that, but there may be somebody out there who may want to contact with you.
Definitely.
And like Monty Love reiterated that, he said he can tell you have a strong support team with women around you. It's like people need to find those support teams. Search, hard, far, whatever it is, get that big, because then that's what's going to have to get through.
Yeah, and my friends, they don't tell me what I want to hear.
I think that's a better way to put that. Before we say just a support team, because you got a whole bunch of people just say yes, yes, yes. Or they can just say no, or girl, you just doing this, being
right.
I think there's got to be a balance in there. And somebody who has your best interest, not their interest.
Because there is a lot of support teams, a lot of men bashers.
Girl, he ain't nothing, but really, he's doing what's right. You need to slow down and let that happen. So.
But like y'all said, it takes those honest people around you that have to be a support.
Okay, so let people know how they can get in contact with you.
Honestly, the main thing would just be on Facebook. My name is Victoria Morgan, and then from there, I exchange more personal information.
So like on Facebook, can they ask you questions? Can they inbox and message you?
They can, and also my nonprofit has a page, She's Healed Inc., and that comes to my email. So yeah, definitely reach out.
Anything you want to let the people know? Anything? I just like saying next time.
Anything that I would say that it does not matter what you have been through, what statistics say that you should be, what your current circumstance is, that really there's hope, and whatever it is that you desire to be in life, you can do that. So just don't give up.
Yeah,
appreciate that. Sorry if y'all caught our producer creeping around the corner. Wasn't doing a good job.
They catch me.
Oh, they catch you.
They don't know because you said something. They wouldn't know why I was.
I'm a snitch. I'm telling. No, but thank you. I really appreciate you coming in. I actually had a few people who, when they see me post yourself on our page, they really wanted to hear more about what you have to say. So hopefully you're out there listening and you got the information you need, and now you know who you can contact in case you got to hit up that special
now
person.
y'all know more about Miss Morgan.
Miss Morgan. Yeah.
So you just more than just a pretty face.
Absolutely.
They need to know that.
Yes.
What they see that.
She blushing like that. Look at her guests blushing and stuff.
I'm an account manager. If you need help,
Oh yeah, put it in there too.
If you need help with managing your money, creating a budget. I purchased my first house this year, and
that's a big deal.
Yeah. So how I can help? How I can help? Need a job? Got a good one.
Oh, so that's job.
Well, right.
What kind of job?
So I have very good friends that are recruiters, and so when I am like a resume pro, because I have to review resumes when I'm hiring. So yeah.
What about the felons can call you too? People with felons?
Well, see,
It's just a question.
I mean, I would refer them. You know, they have those programs,
Right.
that help.
You can refer them.
Right, I can refer them.
So anybody can get in
Yeah,
contact.
because like this could get real sticky. Like I can start getting crazy.
Look,
You know, people always start off like, oh, you were so great and you were so inspiring, and then they go, shit.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay, we'll end her segment then. And keep
I can't go nowhere with this next. But that's cool. We definitely appreciate you.
thank you for
So,
inviting.
Miss Morgan, hopefully to have you soon. Don't forget, may want to be part of the special thing we'll talk about later on the show. Yeah. So you're more than welcome to stick around for our next guest.
Okay.
Yeah. Go take a seat. I gotta talk about some real stuff. We was on the radio talking about. So you take a seat. Enjoy yourself. Whatever you want to do. You're in this great place down at where we at top?
Diamond Cuts.
Diamond Cuts.
Shout out to
You get
Day,
cut.
Bernie, and E.
And if you don't know where we at, we buy Mr. Jeans. Get your hot dogs.
They closed in right now.
Well, hey, I'm trying to do a shout out. Next summer, they gonna put me on.
They closed for the winter.
Close for them. What's up, Top? How's life treating you today?
It's pretty simple.
Pretty good.
You know, the weather was cold. Bengals lost.
Bengals, what's new? The weather's cold, Bengals lost.
So everything is
The same. The same. Oh, we want to talk about that.
What?
I don't know much about it, as y'all can see. But what we gonna do with the coaching with the Bengals?
the coaching.
The coach of the Bengals. What's up with that?
Man, see, I ain't want to ask them kind of questions.
Yeah, ask the real questions. This is barbershop. This is what goes on in that barbershop. This
I'm
is
gonna put it in a political standpoint.
What?
Everybody need to go boycott.
Well, that's all. Anything to the black community, it ain't gonna do nothing.
Let's get together. We gonna boycott.
What, and stand down there in front of Paul Brown Stadium?
Yeah, we gonna move the coach.
So what's
up in
the-
the office.
so-
We don't want to
no.
get rid of him. We just want to move him upstairs.
So I got a question: is it the players, the coach, the owners? We about to take this and make it real.
What's the problem?
Yeah,
The owner,
the owner. Who is that? Who's that?
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. So it's owner is the problem. So it ain't. So you don't think it's the coach then?
No, he's a good coach. He just soft. His disciplinary actions are not good, and I think that maybe the owner doesn't allow him to do it, or he's just soft.
You know, I was talking to Green earlier. I'm gonna see if I can get him on the show. See if he talk about that.
Yeah,
So, get him on the
you know,
show.
it's like
Not AJ Green, my cousin Green.
that
He
team.
can talk about that.
That
I
team.
don't know AJ Green, but I know Green, my cousin. He gonna come talk to you.
That team is like it's being ran by a good single mother with no discipline.
That's
She know everything that the kids need to do.
so. We going back to the
But
other
she doesn't-
conversation.
but she
Can
doesn't-
a woman, a single mom, really raise a boy? That's what. So
Can a
basically,
woman, now the question is, can a woman coach the Bengals?
can a woman? Oh! Call her a woman. But anyway,
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's cool. So what else? We gonna leave the Bengals alone because everybody else gonna leave them alone. They ain't going.
And they my team. I'm diehard, but y'all know me. I keep it. I gotta be honest.
So let me see. We always
In my
do
opinion.
our news feed for the day. Kanye West. That was something I want to talk about. What's going on with the dude? They gonna end up shutting us down for real in a minute. Y'all know. I'm surprised they didn't shut us down yet.
Well, Kanye is a bit of a boisterous person.
I like Kanye. He
I do
actually,
too.
I like the way he
Whatever
tell the
cross-
truth.
Whatever crosses his mind, he's gonna blurt it out.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, whether it's right or wrong, he's gonna voice his opinion.
We were talking about that earlier. He was talking about it. Basically, he airing out some stuff that they basically being controlled. But who don't want to get the whole country being controlled?
But maybe he's frustrated with the whole puppeteer thing. You know how sometimes your conscience kick in?
This conscience been kicked
I think he
in.
done
After
bombed.
808 Heartbeats, when his mom died, after that CD dropped, it was over. Kanye West made classics all the way to then. He's still making classics, but what was engineered came different from the Heartbeats. I actually like 808 Heartbreaks. I was one of them.
I mean, Kanye,
I'm in love with
if you get rid of the actual beat up under the lyrics, he can give you some good information.
Kanye West actually tell you a lot of stuff. You just gotta listen.
It's hard to get past the beats. So
Nah.
that's what people stop.
I listen to his lyrics, anything when I see him in
Well,
concert.
that's you. I'm just saying the majority of people, they can't get
Well, the
past
majority of
beats.
people, who was that? Who said that? Eminem said that best. He said, as long as he got a good hook, people listen to anything he say. As long as he got a good hook, he can say anything else on a song and people will listen to it. You got a beat in the hook, they'll listen to anything you gotta say.
Well, like you said, beat. You gotta have a beat, so get I don't care how good your hook is. The beat don't make you bounce. It's a rap.
Question, Black Friday, you going shopping?
Who?
You going shopping Black Friday?
No, I'm gonna go shopping Friday after next.
What, Friday after next? What about next Friday?
Who, me?
Yeah, only if we can get smoking. Ink Ain't nobody get that. But you know, right after that, only if you get smoky, it'll go up.
But that's actually a good question.
That was a good one. I worked on that for 2 days. That was a good one.
No, I'm saying that as far as the Black Friday,
Yeah.
people shopping for Black Friday as much as they was all in this political thing and.
Oh yeah, we were going to talk about that honestly about everybody shopping on Black Friday and people not spending money on Black Friday, how that was shut
No,
down.
I would challenge everybody.
If you really
If
want
my
to
voice was big enough, but I would like everybody to see the effects of not shopping.
white
opposed
or
to,
black,
opposed to voting to see how things would change.
white or black, just don't go shopping on
They're
Black
not gonna do it though.
Huh?
I saw a post earlier this week, and the girl said,
They might do it.
people is crazy if they think I'm about to miss out on saving some money for a boycott or to make a political stand.
If she got the first one at Walmart to get that only 3 TVs they got, then it's over. You might as well not go. They have 3 TVs for one sale. It's
But
not
she
over.
wasn't the only one that felt like that. And I was just like,
So that's
flabbergasted.
Some people know, and I don't know who y'all is, and this ain't directed to y'all.
It's directed at y'all.
A lot of people don't have accounting experts
Oh,
to help them understand
Shout
their
out,
budget, so they don't have to only get their TV on Black Friday.
But who need a TV every year?
They do.
Some people
Why?
just
Because they're caught up and there's bigger screens.
There you
They
go.
Got the curved TVs, you got the 4K, you got, it's a lot of, they always.
What do you do with the
Hold
old
on.
TV?
Why people always get a new iPhone?
True.
Because your old iPhone start acting up because they trying to trap you. See, they set you up. Let me tell you how they set you up.
Uh-oh.
That's
Let
why
me tell you, no, for real, let me tell you how I set you up. I got a Samsung, right? I love my Samsung.
Man.
But now all of a sudden the message didn't want to start acting up. So they want me to go in the T-Mobile and be like, oh, I'm sorry, my phone. They're like, well, you know you get a free upgrade. See, that's how they try to play you. They start doing stuff to mess with your phone to make you upgrade.
No, they tell you it's something new to it. They get somebody.
I don't care about new. I just want my phone to work.
I mean,
They make it look good.
The
They
other
want to
thing
wait.
is brand loyalty. You know what I'm saying?
There we
Like,
go.
some people buy Apple products because they brand loyal. You know, just like why people buy Michael Jordans. They don't care what the price of, it's going to go up or not. It's brand loyal. So what I teach people in marketing is that if you can get your consumers to become loyal to your brand, it don't matter what you sell, they're going to buy it. Just like in music industry. People drop bad songs and people still download and still listen because they're loyal to that actual brand. You know?
Like Eminem, like what he say, he has a whole bunch of people that's going to buy his music. They loyal to his brand.
So, in a sense, we are not loyal to ourselves. We're more loyal to that than loyal to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're more concerned about trying to convince everybody else that we have what we really not.
So we more loyal to the Joneses.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Like
the
it's
The
the,
Joneses ain't going to help you when you
Right.
need a bill paid.
Yeah. Man, the Joneses.
Just going through thinking about stuff before we have our next guest. Speaking of iPhone.
Loyalty. I guess that's a big thing. We need to reevaluate what we're loyal to.
Y'all forgot what we were supposed to talk about, remember?
What?
I told you, no,
What?
N-word.
Oh, the N-word.
Remember I told you it was a post and this white guy was like, well, why is it okay for y'all to say it to each other,
Oh.
but when we say it, it's an issue?
The white guy?
Basically, we had a post. I wonder if y'all can hear me because
I got
you
it.
know.
I thought it was
Why is it okay for black people to say? But I want to make sure we're clear. No disrespect to anybody hear this because I don't like using the word myself personally. But a nigger or nigga?
Nigga, you lying.
I don't like using the word nigga. I actually don't.
You know?
No, I don't like using the word nigga.
Why not?
Because what it stands for, what the real meaning behind it, what it stands for. It's not just words, it's not just color. What it really stands for, and then even when people want to decide or say that, well, it's not that word. No, it's what it stood for. That's what it stands for.
So
So,
I'm get my I'm with you 100%.
but go ahead. I want to make sure we're saying right. We're saying that white people can't say nigger or they can't say nigga.
Either one.
Either one,
But he
period.
said that it was the G-A, not the E-R.
Oh, so nigga. Okay.
Yeah.
So he was figuring he wasn't being disrespectful to the new black.
Because, it was the video about the teacher that told the little boys that was going to grow up to get shot and be some dead broke niggas. She said niggas. She didn't say E-R-S.
But that's what we were talking about with the teacher. But I wouldn't get mad if one of my teachers said nigga. If I know my kids are at a school that predominantly say this word all the time. Like, you can't get mad with somebody, you can't keep saying this outside of your culture when she's a part of it. I don't think that. Like, she's a part of this culture. You can't expect her to teach your kid, ignore your kid, but she's white, so she can't say what your kids say. I don't think that's right.
Hold on,
They
saying it's a problem with them, they saying it's a problem with them saying it to us or them saying it to each other also? You understand what
Saying
they're
it
saying?
to us.
Oh, to
but
us?
if you deem it as disrespectful,
And I begin,
Because to me, the term, even when we say it to each other, it really comes from a form of disrespect and all the other stuff.
A negative component. It's
Right.
a negative connotation. So this is my thought with the word nigga. We shouldn't want to say it because no matter how you slice and dice it, that's Tupac. It's a negative word with a negative meaning. It derived from negativity.
That's what I'm saying.
So why would we want to accept that? And excuse my French. It's like if a dog shit on the floor, that's a piece of shit. Why would you want to dress up a piece of shit and make it better than what it is? A piece of shit is a piece of shit.
But the question goes back to, okay, so if that was a black teacher that said that, we wouldn't be mad really that she called him a nigga. We'd be more mad that she said you ain't gonna be shit. That's what we'd be mad about.
We should accept the word, period.
Right, but I'm saying when people get mad at that word, when they talking about in this situation, they need to understand what part they get mad at and why they get mad. Are you getting mad because she white and said it? Or are you getting mad because she said what she said, period? If it was a black teacher saying that, he's still gonna be uproar about it.
I would have an issue regardless of the race.
Right, that's just like if it was a black teacher, the kid got straight A's, and the teacher said, "That's my nigga, boy, you doing good."
Just like that. Hold on, who was that cook? What was that? The cook, the old white lady who said that these niggas be cooking some chicken. Yeah, she said something about niggas cooking chicken and niggas be good. So I don't know, but I know what she said about some nigga chicken, and everybody went crazy for her saying, "But let Patty LaBelle say these niggas cooking some good ass chicken." Ain't nobody gonna have a problem. So really, are you harping on a race? Or are you harping on the fact that she said the word? Because if you mad at her saying that word, then period, you shouldn't be saying, you better not play no song with that word, you better not be saying it yourself, period. You can't, if you can notice that whole thing, don't do it say it for me. How you say it? Don't do it so if you're going to really get mad at her for saying it, you better make sure I don't ever hear you saying nigga also. Because the minute you saying it, don't get mad at her for saying it. What? You still got.
No, I said I use that word.
But now so how do you tell a teacher who's teaching your kids in an environment in the hood that she shouldn't say it? When you said now so you're really mad at a white person saying it because it's kind of like you said too. So why you mad?
But to piggyback what you're saying, because the other sad part about that, I done heard a lot of parents call their kids nigga, even father like, oh, that's my little nigga.
I've never called my son nigga.
No, not you, but I'm saying I've heard it a lot. But then you'll take those same parents that get upset when the teacher uses that term to call that your child nigga. But
and it confuses the child.
But we just like to choose that, only we can say it, blah, blah, blah. But to me, just that word in particular is a negative word.
I don't like saying word, period.
It's kind of like your family. Like, I can pick on my cousin, but let Pookie down, she pick on my cousin. Like, we all jumping them. It's kind of,
But at the same time, that means we need to come to understanding between our own community and just almost say, you can't, either you going to accept this word or not. Like I said with some of the communities, our communities are too entangled.
Like
there's no longer
when we use the B word.
Yeah, like if you don't get in that word now.
Yeah.
But that's just like when we get to like these communities, like I said, we're down here at Diamond Cut, so let's use Millville for example, down in Bigman. You take that community, there's plenty of white people living in that community. There's plenty of white people around black people live there for years. How can you not get mad at them for saying the same words that we say around our own kids? It's our community.
But nowadays, now with the new generation, it's a lot of them being okay with the white guys calling them that.
A nigga. Now, when you say nigger, now you just went all the way with it. It derives from the same thing, but I think you just went like, because there ain't no way somebody gonna say, what am I, nigger? I don't care if you black, bro. Whoa, pause. I don't care who you is. It still threw me for a loop just saying the word nigger. So.
He checking them. I can't.
Okay. Appreciate you coming through the shop. But yeah, when you say nigger, I think that's a whole different terminology. When you say that word, that changes everything. Yeah, when you say that word, it changes everything. I think. What do you?
Does that word change everything?
The ER. Even though the word derives from the same thing.
We take it in our community as we use the ER, then it's negative. If you use the GGA, then it's my brother, my homie, my cat.
It's a term of endearment now.
Right, exactly.
So I ain't gonna do that. I can't see myself. I can't even joke.
But how do you do that with the B word?
What, bitch? That's the most you could do that with a triple entendre.
Females will call each other that all day. That's my bitch.
They say it on Facebook.
But then as soon as one of y'all say it, it's over.
Why you
can't
where
say
you at? Bitch, where you at? I don't know who we talking about.
So what we got like secret society words that we want to use?
That's what it seems like.
So that's the same thing. Me to say that, how's that okay? Huh? I don't call women bitches, so I don't know.
Okay, what is it?
I don't do that. So that just ain't my thing.
But a lot of them.
I don't call women bitches. That's not my thing. Because I don't want to put a woman down in that sense.
But
do it come from the music? You know, a guy, and he said in the video, he said in the song, all day, every day, like, I got hoes, I got bees, and we sit up here and we call each other that. We've made it acceptable, so you can't really get mad if a guy say it to you, because you done welcomed it into your...
But I think that's the same thing when Cat Williams said it best. When he was in the club, and the girl, he was like, I'm in the club, and in the club, you was dancing on me, you was freaking, you was acting like a hoe, but when I get outside, I don't want to talk to you. Now you all stuck up. Well, you was a hoe in there. I assumed you was a hoe out here. Like, when you in that environment, don't let that environment change your mindset. Don't let that music make you who you are. So that's all I'm saying. It's just the fact of understanding what's going on, and that the worst, but no.
Right.
I don't think it should be allowed for...
Nobody. We need to be more mindful of the words we're using, and if it's something negative, then we need to stop saying it to each other. Period. But we dealing with generations of generations.
You the man. We don't know how to do all that.
What stops us?
But I don't think that's generational. I think that's just... I want to be honest. I said both.
Our culture try to take stuff that's negative and make it positive, and some stuff you just need to leave it alone.
I gotta have a white guest on here. Any of our white fans out there, hit us up. You don't necessarily have to be a professional, but we got some white guests coming on anyway, Mexican guests. And I want some different races because I know they got words in their own race that they say that it's like we shouldn't be saying that to each other. I know it got to be something they say that.
Pretty sure everybody do.
But so that's what I'm saying. It's like a generational. I don't think it's generational. I think it's just almost an ignorance to it. To me, I think it's almost ignorance. Because then you'll have a whole bunch of like old Morgan Freeman black people sitting there saying all like you shouldn't be saying this type of stuff. They were like, we was on the bus, Rosa Parks, and all that type of stuff. You shouldn't say that. That was just a real ignorant statement I just said right there. Some old Morgan Freeman, Rosa Parks type niggas. Like that just went all the way the wrong way. And I'm saying all like people want to make it. My bad.
See how easy it was?
I'm entertaining, enlightening, and educating right now. So that's where that was. But I'm just saying, you'll have those people.
Nigga, you talking like a nigga.
But that's what I'm saying. We said, okay, now you say nigger, you talking like a nigger. You can't even say that without sounding like a hick or something, can you? Can you say nigger cool? What up, my nigger? Like, you can't.
But you know what? But you can say it and make all the niggas laugh at you because of the way you say it.
But I don't think you can say nigger cool. What up, nigger? It just don't roll right. Like I think that's another reason why we use that word bit. I mean nigga. It just what up nigga. It sounds like a roll. What up nigger? What up my nigger? It just when you it's just that it comes out with a what up my nigger? You now sound like Tyler Perry. I can't do it. I can't make niggers. If somebody can make niggers sound cool, maybe it'll go better. But I can't make niggers sound cool. But anyway, we was trying to get a damn. We got a whole segment on nigger. That just ain't
what's his name made the song saying, what was this name, dude?
Who?
Real, I'm a classic man.
Oh, I'm a classic man.
Well, that song, yeah, he made a song, something about my knickers. It was another song he made. He said my knickers.
He said knickers, because he wear knickers, knicker knockers. But,
I think he was playing it both ways.
What's going on? We got our man here from the shop. I don't even want to talk, and he just got done cut somebody here. You want to say something to the people back? You want to say something? The camera this way. You want to say? They see the reflection, man. But yeah, nah, we got to get into our next guest. That's a deep scenario, though, but man, to me, I don't know. I just can't. I don't know.
We might be kind of stuck with it right now, but keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. Yeah, we got another year. Trump about to take us out of this nigga. Trump is gonna save us from this nigga. That's all I'm saying. He gonna get us together.
Trump made so many songs using that word.
What, nigga?
Man. But I guess that's the other problem is we always figured that, we don't know no better, so that's why we did it. So we're gonna allow the next generation to do it. But some things need to be nipped in the bud.
That's a depressing statement.
What?
Nigger.
Nigger?
Yeah, nigger.
I mean, I like the new term that they use.
What, nigger?
Nah, bruh. What's up, bruh?
I prefer using bruh. I don't like using bruh. But my little brother, he started recipes to my little brother Timmy. But he used to say that to me, just irritate me. He'd say bruh. Like, right. What up, bruh? Like, what is bruh?
Say bruh, my nigga.
I'd rather hear nigga, but
damn!
No, pause! My nigga, you got me messed up. No, I'd rather hear bruh. I'd rather hear bro. No, it's white people just make it worse sound.
No, you either gonna
bro. Bruh. Yeah, bruh. But bruh was gonna be out.
You either gonna be cool with it.
I'd rather be cool with bruh than nigga. But bruh makes you sound uneducated. I think that's what it is. When you be like, what up, bruh? It just make you see now. That's like to me. It make you do it. Yeah, you like, what up, bruh? It don't. You walk in the building. Hey, what up, bruh? It make you come like this.
I don't like that steak.
How you doing, my brother? But wait. How you doing, my brother?
Well, who said you was uneducated for using the
But
word?
think about that. When I came to you and I say, how you doing, my brother?
Who done
I'm
told
like
you?
about to sell me something.
So now I'm a Muslim selling pound cake. That's how you just went
Pound cake?
Now I'm a red road selling pound
Pound
cake
cake?
in the newspaper.
What's
When I say
the
my
pound
brother.
cake?
Who?
I thought they sold bean pies.
Bean pies. Now you sell bean. You got the mini? Where you just come from? Red road? I'm just saying, look. Back to what I'm saying.
I don't know nothing about Muslims.
At all.
Look, I'm just saying a point of what, but I respect somebody coming to me saying my brother than saying what's up, bro. To me, I think that word just bring it down a little bit.
Probably because you wear glasses.
I'm very studious like that.
So you want to feel intelligent.
Yeah, no, I actually don't need it.
But we ain't got, we you know, it's like, relax, fall back up, bruh.
No, I get
Long day, nobody want to come in, hey, my brother.
I do it all the time. I'm a classic man. You can be me if you look this clean, old-fashioned man. We still going, Brandon. We sound ready now, primed up. But now, yeah. So let's get this man in here. We want to bring y'all, introduce the none other, the infamous, the famous, Mr. Branden Criss. You know, it's a hard time. This dude just got in the city. Man, don't be making no poses trying to take my ladies and all that stuff, man. I'm trying to find a picture of you online. This dude making love to the camera. I'm trying to get a business pose out here. He making love. Look at him already. He gonna put his leg out and everything, man. What's going on, man, Mr. Branden? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain, man. Life is good.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to Shop Talk Live, man. So we wanted to bring you on. We have good insight about you, and we always try to find the right people that got the right terms, edginess. The right business, the mentality, and I think you summed it all up with what you do and how you carry yourself and what you represent. Give us a little piece of your marketing company, then we'll get into a little bit more stuff you do. I don't know if you got time for everything you do. We'll get into the little bit of what you do.
I have a marketing company called Great Catch Marketing Solutions. You can check us out at www.greatcatchinc.com. We just do a little bit of everything from mobile marketing, mobile apps, social media, digital advertisement, brand development, marketing strategy. I'm really, really big on marketing strategy, but outside of the development that we do as far as like apps and technology, we're also doing a lot of facilitating. So I do a lot of workshops, seminars. I'm the chair of marketing for the African American Chamber, Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati. I'm also the chair of marketing and on the board of the Collective Empowerment Group, CEG. Shout out to them as well. So just, really just some good things. Yeah, definitely.
I want to get into one of the things that I guess people hit me up first about knowing all these celebrities, man. How is that? How did where you from, first of all? Let's get into that. Where you from?
I was born in Illinois, but I was raised in Cincinnati.
When you say raised, because I was born in the D.
Man,
But, so how long were you, when did you transition? What was that?
Man, I've been in Cincinnati since elementary, so it was I'm talking like 6.
So you still really from over there?
I'm really from Cincinnati because I've been here.
We trying to find out.
I'm just shy. But that's cool, man. So you're from Illinois, you grew up in Cincinnati. So a kid from Cincinnati making it to that level. Shout out some names of people you don't mess with so they know who they messing with. So a few of the names of people you don't mess with so they can know this is real.
We working with Master P. We working with.
Or when you say working with, you working with these people personally, or you working with these people like I'm working with these people?
No, I got pictures, text messages, their personal numbers in my phone, all of that. Like we on conference calls. I got pictures in the limousine and the condos and all of that. So I'm not just saying that. We work.
I just want to make sure
like
people
with the apps and stuff.
Yeah. With this, so yeah, Master P, shot just so people can understand who you are.
I'm Master P, Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Sean Kilpatrick, former UC, the Brooklyn Nets, won the Group 112, and Q Parker from 112, one of my business partners. Rosa Acosta, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and Safari from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Faith Evans, working with her team. Yana Vincent.
Oh, big name. So how was that with, I want to say with Faith, because they just came to the city. Did you help me go?
To my bad boy?
Yeah.
I was behind stage.
We
both behind stage.
Oh, so y'all left me behind, huh? That's what's up.
You ain't come out that night.
Oh, yeah. You ain't called me.
You wasn't allowed out that night.
That's what it is. I got family duties. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we was behind stage, all access granted. Man, it was good.
Why can't you slid that in all access granted? They use that since BT in the basement. He don't put it all access granted.
Nah, because they weren't playing. If you didn't have one of the little passes, they was like flashlighting you with your eyes and everything. It was serious.
Unless your name was Todd.
Somehow, no pass, nothing. He was outside at first, and I turned around. He was sitting behind the thing like this, like I said,
He don't shop talk loud.
Yeah.
He don't shop talk loud.
Absolute, man.
All access in Montana.
So how is it? Do you travel city to city and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Atlanta a lot. I'm in New York a lot. I'm in LA a lot. You know, those are
Do
main.
you live here though?
Yeah, I live in Cincinnati.
Is your business based out of Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's cool. You own it or you got partners or how does that work?
I own 100% of my company. I do have strategic partners and different people I'm affiliated with. But the thing about business is that, you know, you can own your own company, but then you can start other joint ventures. I call them joint ventures or partnership agreements with different brands and different people. So I might own 100% of Great Catch Marketing Solutions and Great Catch Inc., but I might have a joint venture with somebody else where we split the percentage and we own like an entity itself.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got Adrian Bronner, is definitely one of my clients too. He's one of the first people who gave me a shot to have a celebrity, you know, caliber client. So I want to definitely say thank you to AB.
Okay. So with that being said, I do want to get back into the event. So it sounds like y'all had a good time. But is it all celebrities? Do you have to be a celebrity to get in contact with you? Do you have to have that name, or is it some a local business can get, a black-owned business, white-owned business, whatever you call it? They want to get in contact with you, they can do this. And explain what exactly is what we're talking about.
So, I mean, like, for example, with the celebrities, I market that and I brand that because I want to be known as the go-to guy for celebrities. That's going to be the lane I'm moving toward, you know. So, you see me promoting that and pushing that and going after those kind of clients. However, I love working with my peoples. I love working with startup companies, individual sole proprietors. So, you know, I've done websites for people who didn't know they could afford a website just to look out for them. I've showed them different things. So anybody, you know, I got barbers, I got hairstylists, I've got musicians, you know, I manage a saxophone player. You know, I'm doing a lot with a lot of people, you know. And what I'm talking about is marketing. I'm not just talking about a mobile app or social media or website. I meet with you and I talk to you about your brand in general and how you can become successful, and, you know, with your business or your brand.
And when you say marketing, a lot of people don't understand the difference. We had someone on before, Adam Key, when we talk about marketing. When you market, what is the difference between just getting an ad and actually marketing yourself? What is the difference?
Marketing is the overall term, right? It has several components to it. You can do marketing and it can be just advertising, where you're doing billboards, radio, social media, news, print. You can do marketing and you're just doing strategy, where I get paid just to come talk or just to consult with people on how they position their brand, you know, what words to use, right? You can do marketing and it's just branding, logo, graphic design, the name of your company. So when I say marketing, you go to my website, you see multiple fashions that covers the whole scope.
To do everything.
To do everything. Digital, branding, mobile, all of that.
Do you think that's the reason why some businesses don't make it? Because they may have a great logo, they may have the great, maybe be able to say everything right, got the great words, but they don't have the key points to put everything together, and that's where it falls apart.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, they just try to start and they just jumping all over the place. You know, I'm gonna get my logo today, and then I'm gonna go get my website tomorrow, and I'm gonna go get that app, or I'm gonna, you know, start this clothing line. But they never start with the whole marketing plan and the marketing strategy. Why are those your colors?
Right.
Why is that the name of your company? Why? What kind of website? Is it e-commerce? Is it a basic website, an enterprise site? Why get a mobile app? How are you going to use it? You know, so a lot of people, they just start these companies or get these ideas and they just run, but they don't take the time to strategically position themselves to be successful with their brand so that it can escalate. They don't think future. They think right now. Oh, this is the name of my company right now, but is that name going to last 5 years from now? Right? Is that name good enough where you can build other departments around it? You know, so you know
when somebody comes to you and they don't, because you just said a whole bunch. Now when I come to you and you like, dude, I'm like, I don't even want to be in business no more. Like, I I was popping. You just made me feel like do you catch them and be like, nah, hold on, but I got you. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, no,
Like,
what I do is I'll assess, I'll talk to you, and based on how our conversation goes, I might know where you're at with your marketing and your business, and then I might say, what you've done so far has been good. This is now how you can take it to the next level.
Right.
Or what you've done so far is horrible, and you need to get rid of it and start over now before you go down the wrong road.
Would you ever turn someone down?
From being a client?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. No problem about it.
Yeah, because what I found out is that, and I'm just being transparent, I've taken on clients who I never should have taken on because, for one, they didn't value me or what I brought to the table, or they weren't coachable or teachable. So when you can't tell somebody they think they know everything, but they're trying to come to you for help, it's like a constant
Don't make
conflict.
sense.
Yeah,
help, but you won't let me help you.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you, but you feel like you know it all.
Right.
So I have to talk to, no matter how much money they're trying to give you, and you got some clients who they are never satisfied. You'll go beyond a reasonable doubt to try to make sure you understand what they want, give them multiple examples, work within their budget, and they're still not happy.
But that's how do you stop that? Like, do you just say like, well, you ain't gonna have to be single work out? Because with that scenario, you can't really stop that before it happens.
Right.
Well, can you pick up on that kind of before?
Yeah, I try to pick up on it. If I can't pick up on it, I'll make sure that we do like a certain, before I work with a client for like a whole year,
Right.
or we become partners or do joint ventures, I might do 1 or 2 projects, right? Smaller project, and see what their personality is like, work with them, things like that, or I'll ask them a series of questions, and based on their answers, it's like an interview. I know what kind of client I'm dealing with.
Right.
You know what I mean? I might just test the ego a little bit. I don't like that. You should change it. What is their response going to be?
Right.
Are they going to accept what I'm trying to say, or are they going to argue with it?
Or are they, going to come back with a good opinion also? Because they may not like what you say, but at least they listening to you.
Yeah, at least they're trying to understand. I tell people all the time, seek to understand before you can seek to be understood. You know what I mean? So try to understand why things happen, when they happen, the way they happen, or who you're dealing with before you try to get people to listen to you.
Right.
So that's why when I deal with a client, I first seek to understand. I let them talk.
Right.
Tell me about your business. Why do you want to be in business? Why did you choose this logo or this color? Why this industry?
Right.
Who influenced you to want to do this? People come to me all the time and say, B, I want to start my own daycare. And I say,
Daycare.
Great.
Right.
Right? Have you ever worked at daycare? No. Do you have kids? No. Why do you want to start daycare? I want to help people. Go volunteer to daycare.
Right.
Find out what it's like to work in a daycare. Come back and holler at me. Now, if they don't listen to me, they're like, man, I can do it. I got the money. They're going to end up wasting their money and their time, but they don't even know if it's something they want to do. You know what I mean?
Something they want to do, something they want to invest themselves in.
Right.
Is that a lot of problems, I think, with me personally right here? There's a lot of problems with businesses. People don't understand their real passion. They chase money before they chase their actual passion. And I think that's what messes it. A lot of people, just like you said, the daycare probably is a good playing field. I'm assuming, you get all these kids, maybe get some government money, boom, 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 you make money, but you don't even like kids. You don't even like that. Do you think a lot of people chase money before they chase their passion?
I think it's both. A lot of people, like artists, they chase the passion and not the money, and they out here going broke trying to be a rapper or a singer because they chasing their passion, and it's not realistic. And then you got the other side of it where people do chase the money, and they'll get into any business as long as it's making money, but not really care about the field, And I don't think nothing is necessarily wrong with that. I think if you get into a business because maybe you're good at business,
right.
So maybe you should start a daycare because you're good at business.
But you should. But when you say started, you probably should stay in the backside.
Right.
So
you handle the business.
Yeah,
you better have somebody who like kids on your team.
Right.
Because ain't no way your business is gonna be successful if you run a daycare because you're good at business,
right.
But you don't got nobody that like kids.
Right.
So if you're not that guy, that person that likes kids, bring on somebody who does and let them, be that for you. And that's what smart business people do. They bring people around them who are compatible or complete in the other areas.
And please be honest with yourself, whatever business you try to decide to get into. You got to be honest with yourself while you're doing it.
I don't think a lot of people like to be honest with themselves.
They don't, but that's when they run into the obstacles. That's when they run into the obstacles and be upset.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. What is when you started acting? Let me back that up. You smart. You's a smart nigga. I just want to say you must be the smart nigga. I just want to say it didn't work. Or about that, you a smart nigga. Still didn't work. I can't say it.
His voice always going higher when it
I can't say it. But so does it take intelligence to do what you do, or is it really just you got to someone on, it's like, do you have that drive to continue what you're doing? So you have a drive for this. Is it something that you wake up in the middle of the night thinking, like, how can I get the next person? Or how can I build the next mobile site, the next, whatever it is something that you got to drive to make you who you are? Because I know if I want to buy into you, I'm going to make sure I'm buying into you for who you are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so my personal goal is I want to be rich by 30 and wealthy by 40. And when I say rich, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about rich in your, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, sound. You know what I mean? I think that entrepreneurship is the key to really enhance and increase a lifestyle for my family, my kids, everybody. So I think that through entrepreneurship, the black community can grow and it can be successful. So my why for what I do is not really based on the industry that I have other companies. Right. So marketing is not the only thing I'm passionate about, right? So I can't say that I wake up in the morning like I gotta do a website. Right. No, I wake up in the morning like right now my passion is marketing. Right now my passion is branding in this lane. And I'm successful at it, and I feel like this is what's going to get me to that million, that first million. You know what I mean? And if I feel like it's not going to do that one day for me, I'm going to make sure that I've set my personal brand up and I'm smart enough to have something else ready to take its place.
So is it safe to say you have a drive to but be successful in general?
Right. I'm what you call a serial entrepreneur. Right? I don't have to just dabble in one thing. I like to dabble in multiple things, but I like to do multiple things well.
Right, and be successful.
And be successful at it. And then one thing, I might be able to turn that over to somebody else. So I'm always grooming the next person, so that if that business is on its, way out, or if it's something that, that's not working, turn it over. A lot of people like to hold on to things too long. Right. If you research any real successful Fortune 500 company or CEO, they know when to let that company go and start something new, right, or when to sell that company. The whole goal for them starting a company is to sell it. Right. So you got different levels of entrepreneurship. People who just want to be in business so they can create a job for themselves, and they work literally every day. People that want to be in business so that they can actually own the company and let other people work it, and people that want to grow companies just to sell them off and make millions of dollars.
Run kids soccer. Rich dad, poor dad, and read the books.
So you got to know where you at, which level you at, and what's your goal.
I like what you say. You said a lot of Fortune 500 companies make their businesses and get businesses just to sell it. We don't, in a sense, when I say we, most of our people don't think to get a business to resell it. We think they make a business to keep it,
to create a job for
it. Yeah, to create a job. Yeah. We don't think to like, okay, let me start this let me start this car wash. And then let me sell it, make some, flip that again and make it again. No, we just go out this car wash, we're going to make money.
I guess I'm looking at it from like a stock market, stock broker perspective. As I'm going to build this stock up to a certain level, then I'm going to sell it.
Right. Right. It's just like that. So what you do is you say, look, I've got one barbershop here, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to build this barbershop up to the point where I don't have to be here physically for this to run. I'm going to build it up to the point where I can help this get to the level where somebody else can run it, and then I can go start another barbershop just like it. And I'm going to call it a franchise. And I'm going to start several barbershops just like it. And then once all of my barbershops, because the first one was so successful, are running great and I don't have to be there, I'm going to sell all my barbershops to the other guys who like to be in the barbershop industry. And I'm starting with that right now. Before I do my logo, before I do my first haircut, before I get my first client, I already know that I'm starting this so that I can scale it out so that I can sell it.
So you have to know what your end result is.
Right. You got to think
you do it
in the future. Right. And then strategically position yourself from day one for the future. You know what I mean? When I started Great Catch Marketing Solutions at Great Catch Inc., I already knew that it was going to be a company that was going to build products that had equity in them. For example, if I do an emoji app for Carly Red, right, Love and Hip Hop, and we're partnered, and she owns a percentage of the app, and I own a percentage of the app, right? That's a joint venture. That's a product from my company. Right. My company has a product that's a joint venture with somebody else, and that's building. I'm making money off that product, and all of that goes back to building equity in my company. And one day I can say, look, I've got 100 emoji apps out here. Each of them are performing like this in the market and bringing me back a certain amount of money. This company is valued at XYZ. I'm willing to sell this company. And in Great Catch, there's a portfolio of emoji apps. Right. There's a portfolio of t-shirt lines. There's a portfolio. I'm building my company to have assets. We call it assets, right? And that's the then you sell it. A lot of people, they're not thinking about building assets within their company. They're thinking about creating a company to work for themselves. I'm going to create a business so I can work in my business even more hours than I would in corporate America, instead of creating a business that has assets that I can sell off on there.
So the goal is to work more hours in the business you own for yourself, correct?
To work more hours up front so that you don't have to work more hours in the long run. Right? Not to work more hours, period. You know, running your own business. You know, I work a lot of hours, but to me, it's not work. You know,
See, that's where I was getting at. It's not really work if it's something you enjoy doing.
I love it. You know, I can be, you know, watching a movie and responding to 20 emails from 20 different people in 20 different cities.
Right.
And somebody like, man, you ain't doing nothing, but they don't know I'm on my phone going ham.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could be promoting on social media and I'm at the barbershop getting my haircut.
Right.
And people like, dang, somebody running his social media, but I'm using Hootsuite and I'm sending out things to, you know, on multiple, you know, social media accounts off with one press of a button.
Right.
So it's just like, my work is not, to me, it's not really hardcore.
So that goes back to being driven about your passion.
Right.
It wouldn't feel like work if it's something that you really enjoy doing.
Right.
And because at the end of the day, you do want to look for that financial freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people need to understand the difference between being self-employed and being a business owner. Like, there's a difference.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. If you still work in your business that you created, yeah, you own it, but you're still just self-employed.
Right.
You're not a business owner until it works for yourself without you being there.
Yeah. And the big thing I would say is work ethic. You know, college taught me, and just to let y'all know, I didn't finish college. You know, I went to school for 2.5 years. I was making enough money as a sophomore where I could really afford to, you know, take care of my mom and my family. So I was like, I ain't going back. You know, and once I stopped going to school, I didn't stop my work ethic increase. It didn't decrease. Right. College taught me to study, to take tests, to go to class on time, to do certain things.
So college taught you to work.
It taught me work ethic, right? It taught me how to stay up late because I had a test to take.
Right.
When people get out of college or they stop going to school, they get lazy. All of a sudden, they don't want to put in that work ethic. I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning writing papers because I had to turn in something to do. So at the end of the day, I took that same work ethic and applied it to myself. Even though I wasn't getting paid up front, but when I started my company, I would stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning working on my website.
Right.
I would stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning researching different companies and what they did to be successful to make my company successful. People don't want to put in the work when they're building for themselves because they don't see the immediate return on that investment. And that's where the problem is. You can't be a lazy CEO.
That instant gratification.
Yeah, that instant gratification is not going to come up front.
Right.
You're going to have to put in the same amount of 50 hours a week you would work. Go, what's up? I love it. But when I see somebody who like, man, I work for myself, but I'm going on vacation. I'm clocking out today, or I can't afford to. You know, I'm tired. You know, I'm like, you ain't about to be successful because you think you can take a break.
Right.
You should be working as if you was working that corporate job where you was in school
where you
still.
couldn't just take a vacation.
Where you ain't had no option.
To take a vacation.
I'm making where even though I got an option, I don't have no option.
Right.
I gotta work if I want to eat,
Right.
flat out. I make sure that I'm putting in hours and hours a week, even though I work for myself, because I understand how it works. You know, as an entrepreneur, as a business, and I just think different. A lot of people don't agree with me. They're like, whatever, you work is your life, da 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 da. But if I work hard today, I can play harder tomorrow.
Right.
You know, and my kids can be successful. You look at me, like I said, I love P. Diddy. You see P. Diddy, he didn't spend a lot of time with his kids when he was younger. Right? But now they on tour with him on the Bad Boy tour, going to every city. Right. Now they drive the best schools and driving the best cars. He didn't just neglect his kids at a young age. He invested in himself so that his kids can be successful in the future.
The problem is, I think we have our kids a little bit earlier in our life, so we don't get a chance to really do that in a sense. We have to invest in ourselves double. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm 26. I had my first son at 19.
I think the better. But I'm just
saying, having them at a young age, there ain't no excuse.
No, I'm not making an
It's
excuse
just all
about
about your work ethic.
That's what I'm saying. Like when we do it, we have our kids. So now a lot of us in the mindset feel like we didn't get the chance to live our own life yet.
Oh yeah.
That's when we didn't get the chance to live our own life. So therefore, we keep living for ourselves still, even when we should be now turning over. Like you said, P. Diddy is a great guy. He's actually one of the people I look up to myself. But when you say look into that, you already knew that I'm building for my kids now. So yeah, I can't see you right now, but guess what? At the end of the day, it's gonna benefit you in the long run. We think right now we just benefit ourselves, and we don't think about this is in the long run. That's why when we had this business, you're not thinking to flip it so they can.
They say it comes with some type of sacrifice.
Yeah,
you have to sacrifice.
You got to sacrifice. You got to.
Is that what you think? That's where it came from? The olden days, they would have kids when they're like 40, when they were established.
Well, I think in the older days, the whole culture was different. You know, in the older days, you got to look at what we came out of. We came out of slavery and then went to civil rights, right? And in the older days, it was like, man, if I was allowed to have a family and just make some money and vote, I'm happy. Right. So, you know, and I can't wait to get married, and I can't wait to, because I'm so used to in slavery, we were torn apart.
Right.
So you telling me I get to stay? Now, after civil rights and after, you know, the baby boomers got older and all that stuff, everybody started to get lax. They was like, okay, I can have 4, 5, 6 chicks. I can go vote. I can go do this. I can own a business. We start feeling ourselves.
So the drive is gone.
Yeah, it was like that necessity to value marriage and value the right relationships and value what people fought for so hard, the value decreased. You know, black people started getting rich off of sports, black people started getting rich off of movies and all that kind of stuff. You had a lot of people wealthy, I mean, you know, young people that were wealthy and African Americans getting wealthy. And, you know, you start to see that, you know, the people realize how hip hop blew up and how it took over. So it's like,
so it's a generational curse.
it was, I wouldn't say curse.
I said it's a generational
But
curse.
I also still think that a lot of those fathers, even back then, they spent more time at work than they did with their kids. Because a lot of them, they worked all day. They went home every day, but I still think they spent a whole bunch of hours. Yeah. So as far as you say,
So
they was around their kids, but did they still spend all of that quality time that most people expect to think that them fathers were spending?
Yeah.
But you know, they probably working at factories 12 to 14 hours a day.
Look at all everybody
They
in
come home every day, so you can't say, well, yeah, my daddy went out to play every day. Like,
I think it's just like I said, everybody has Chris with Julius today on there. Shout out to Chris Rock. I'll talk to you later, brother. But no, I ain't talking to Chris Rock, y'all. What I'm saying, his dad on that show worked all the time. Went to all the camps. But at the same time, and it's still something to his kids to work hard, build your family, and do something like that. I think we're missing that in our community, that whole work hard, take care of your family aspect. Period. I think that we're missing it.
Yeah, but also, and this is me, I'm biased, you know, he worked hard for somebody else. You feel me? All them hours he put in was to support somebody else's company. He wasn't, you know, you look at the show, Everybody Hates Chris, it wasn't a lot of, he didn't put no money into his own thing that he could leave to his son.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he didn't have, and whether you say, okay, I'm going to put money into a 401k, or I'm going to put money into, stocks, or I'm going to put money into, owning a business, you have to build some type of intellectual property, some type of legacy, some type of asset for your seeds and your kids, So if you just say, I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to go work, and I'm going to put in 50 hours a week, but you're not trying to figure out how you can own your own thing and give back to your kids and set them up to know that. And I'm just saying, like, I'm not racist at all. I love white people. I love a lot of white people. What you got to realize is that in the white culture, right? Caucasian, that's what I want to say. In the Caucasian culture, they teach their kids from jump that you are going to own. You know what I mean? You're going to own, you're going to build assets, you're going to sell, this is what you're going to do. They teach them from jump. In our culture, it's either right now, daddy locked up, mama trying to, feed everybody and take care, hold down.
And you going to play football and go to the league.
You going to play
That's right, because mine going to play.
Or is you better go get a job.
ASAP.
You better go get a job and work for, and bring
So
us
what
some
that
money.
means is the economical value period is what's the breakdown really.
I think the economical perception is
No, I don't think it's
the
perception,
understanding.
because I think it's real life. Like these people, like you said, you gotta go get a job because we don't have no money. Your daddy locked up, you gotta eat. So it ain't like you got the choice to just say, I'm gonna go to college, hunky door, blah blah blah. You gotta get her and get some money. Because we gotta eat, you gotta start taking care of your brothers, your sisters, and whatever you're gonna call it, because of the situation within your environment. So I don't think it's a perception when it's real life for people. Somebody who out there watching right now talking about this is real life.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Environment is different.
I'm saying that it's a mind state. Like if you don't know what I just said, then you're not gonna raise your kids to think like that because you don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So your perception is that that's the regular, that's the norm.
Right.
I'm supposed to. He locked up, so I'm supposed to tell you to go get a job. Everybody else saying go to college, so I'm supposed to tell you to go to school.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the norm. That's your perception. This is what it's supposed to be like. Ain't not too many people are going around saying you can own your own thing. This is how.
Right, but you go back to our community
Let me
and look at that and say,
let me also say in those other cultures, they don't rush their children to move out. Because a lot of those children in other cultures, they stay home and they save money. Like a lot of them don't leave. They'll be in a relationship with somebody and still they don't leave home until they got enough money to get their first home.
But with that being said, it goes back to our economic standards in our community, and I don't mean black or white. I mean lower class, poor, however you want to put it. We don't have that option to sit there and say in the house, we got 3-4 kids in this house. You gotta get out.
So
it changes what you.
But it also started at our economical teachings.
Yeah,
because we don't teach our kids,
Man.
generation to generation, that ownership or do this discipline or hold tight or, stay, don't move out when you turn 18, you can go to school when you ain't got to pay for nothing.
I think that goes back to also another part of we look down on staying with your mom that long. If
you
you tell somebody they 25, I still stay with your mom, you still stay with you 25.
The perception is
if you ain't doing nothing, yeah.
But even when you is doing something, go ahead.
It is, and that's the problem because every other culture don't have that problem.
No,
they stay there. It's our culture.
Yeah, even if I were to say I'm 25, I'm staying with my mom, I'm trying to build up. You still staying with your mom? Yeah, but I'm trying to build up to your mom. You still staying with your mom?
But see, even ladies, and the women say that too. They'll be like, I'm tired of these men. They still stay with their mama, right? And then it's like when they get out here and they hustle so that they can get their own crib. Now you a dead because you gotta go to jail. You gotta be pregnant.
So now what you need to understand, if she's dealing with that guy and he stays home with his mama, I hope they're in a relationship where she knows his plan. And his plan is he's putting up and saving for their future, so she need to be cool with that and make that work. Because the whole thing is most people get in these relationships without the thought process of what their future is going to be. They don't have no plan.
We don't have. I don't think most of us don't have a plan. Period of what we want to do more than.
And that's another thing.
You said think for the future. Excuse me. Most of us don't think past next week. Let alone think about what we're doing for our future. We live literally for the moment.
So it's our economical teachers.
Yeah, but see, I tell people don't plan to fail; they fail to plan. That's a quote that I live by. People don't plan to fail; they fail to plan. You didn't plan on failing. You just never had a plan.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oprah Winfrey said something that I teach when I do my speakings and whatnot. I talk about this all the time. She said, "I don't believe in luck. I believe in preparing for opportunity."
Yep.
And I tell people all the time, you have to prepare for opportunity. It ain't luck, right? If you're prepared, if you in the elevator right now with the person who's trying to give you a job, give you a contract, or invest in you, or what would you say to them? How would you sell yourself? Are you prepared? Right. And a lot of us, we don't prepare ourselves. Like you said, we don't got no plan. We're not thinking about putting together a plan. We're too lazy. We don't got the work ethic to even put the effort into building a plan. So we go, I'm going to go to the club next week. That's how I'm living life. I'm looking for shorty. I want to sleep with her.
That's our goal.
You know what I mean? That's it. And that's the only plans we got, and that's the only ambition we got. You know what I mean? And now, when opportunity comes, because it comes all the time. When opportunity comes, we don't know we can't even recognize it's opportunity. We don't even know what to do with it.
And to piggyback what you're saying, because what I don't learn with a lot of the wealthy people, they don't really.
What you learn from me, Top?
They don't really deal too much with luck or hope, because they don't hope nothing. They come up with a plan to figure out how to get it.
Right.
And it's something in our community we big on luck and hope, and I believe that's, with all due respect, where we go to church for a lot of hope, and we go down to the corner store for the luck, which is a lot of it.
No, we go for hope. We go to church.
We do.
We go to the barbershop. We go to places like that to get inspiration. We get hope, but we don't. I don't think we drive it at home.
Yeah, but we need to get rid of hope and just deal with faith. Take hope out of the equation. Stop hoping. I hope I get a car this week. I hope I get that job this week. And have faith of the work that you put out, going look job hunting, that you will get hired.
Well, the mindset is this. People have to understand that they have to change their language and what they tell themselves. It's a message that people tell themselves.
Yeah.
They say, I can't afford it, instead of saying, how can I get it? Right? So what I learned a long time ago is that if I want something, I'm not going to talk about, you only get 20% negative with me. Everything else, 80% positive. 20% I'm going to say, dang, I want that, I can't get it. Then my brain going to automatically kick in at 80%. How the heck can I afford that? And I'm going to start planning, like, okay, plan A, I got to do this to get it. Plan B, if A don't work, I got to do this to get it. Plan C, if A and B ain't working, it's going to be a little longer, it's going to take me a little longer. I might not like it, but I'm going to get it,
and
right?
sometimes I need to add this and take away from that.
Yeah. And then sometimes I thought plan A, B, and C was cool, but I realized that all I had to do was change a variable in that equation, and now that's going to help it. But until I failed, that's when I found that all I had to do was switch it up. We quit so soon, and we never plan, and we never say, how can I? We just say, we can't. And I never tell my kids, you can't have that.
But it also goes into that, we get caught we get caught up in that instant gratification instead of
I
understanding.
gotta have it now.
Yeah, instead of realizing it's gonna be a grind and discipline if I just like
Scott Williams, my dude. I'm gonna have to bring him on the show. We tried to contact him, but now I was thinking about another thing that just came up when you said that instant gratification. What Cat Williams said, niggas again got spinner hubcaps. Like, what part of the game is this? They just wanted that instant fame. Everybody has spinners, so I went to Walmart, cop me some spinners. Like, no, you gotta grind to get this on your. You just wanted that instant feeling, like I got it on there. So I think that's a lot, but I think speaking positivity into the world is a good thing.
Yeah,
like speaking, living, like it's gonna happen. Stop thinking that.
This is what I do. I want everybody that's watching this. I promise you.
This is it right here.
This is the juice.
This is the juice sauce. Look, got the juice right there. There you go. If you ain't have it, you got it now. Go ahead and get them one time.
When I wake up in the morning, throughout my day, and when I go to sleep, I subscribe to several entrepreneur magazines to feed myself subconsciously these different things. I might not read the whole article, but I'll read it and I'll post and I'll look. I also I follow certain quotes on Instagram like Addicted to Success, Build Your Empire. People that these pages, all they do is spit out quotes, positivity. What I do is I wake up in the morning and throughout my day and when I go to sleep, I look at this stuff and it comes to my timeline, all of that. That's why if you follow me on Facebook, you see me posting so many posts and so much positive stuff because I feed myself with it. So many of us, we are surrounding ourselves and drowning ourselves in negativity.
I said it all the time.
We drown ourselves in negativity and we wonder why we don't see any positive results. Right. You would never live a positive lifestyle with a negative mindset.
I say it all the time.
You would never live a positive lifestyle with a negative mindset.
It's like that cartoon when they hold your eyes together and make you just look at that news feed. You better look at yourself all day. Negative.
You literally are what you eat.
Yep.
But that's just like the news. I ain't gonna shout out no news because they come down to the show. Shout out to everybody. But at the end of the show, they do 2 hours of a show. Everything negative. This person got shot at Winter Terrace. This person down at Avondale got hit. Little girl got hit by a car. But then at the last 10 minutes, so they say, well, we got the positive note. You just gave me 30 hours of depressing news, and now you hit me with 10 minutes. Then you only show the whole segment. You cut it off, so the next show will come on. Like that's how we live our life. We live our life living all negative, and then we have that one piece of positive that kind of. But it ain't even a lightning strike no more. It's just like a little. That's what's up. Like,
And then you got to think, and I'm not trying to get too deep.
Nah,
you got to think about all these different. You know, when you grow up in a household of somebody who's been cheated on. Who had to raise kids by themselves, who maybe was domestically abused, who maybe was told their whole life they couldn't achieve nothing, who never seen somebody graduate college in their family.
So now you want them to go run a business. You said no.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Right. So you grow up around that environment, right? And then you start to own that. And you start to let that define who you are, right? So the more you grow up in this negative, you in the hood, you seeing people get shot, you seeing people go to jail, you seeing people sell drugs. It's like you start to define yourself, and you lose hope, ambition, inspiration, or even the desire to want to own I can't own a company.
The faith.
That's what I'm saying.
So they lose their faith.
I can't run a business.
Right. So when you said
you're surrounded by it.
Yeah, when you said it's a different neighborhood, it's how it is. No, it's reality. This is what we see every day. So the average person in the hood or wherever you want to call it don't get to see that aspiration of like, damn, I can really do this. We don't get to see that.
They see it because they got TV and they got all these success stories. They don't believe it.
I can't say they see it because they don't promote necessarily when you see I'm going to say a black owner or I ain't going to say a black owner, forget black owner. I'm going to say they don't show a person that came from the bottom and make it to the top.
I disagree. If you look at...
Show me something that's...
P. Diddy, Hov, you look at...
P. Diddy, he came from the bottom, but he still went straight. He had a real good...
A real good what?
Upbringing to a degree. He still had a support system behind him.
Who?
We're talking about people don't have... He had his mom and stuff, but he still had a support system.
Right, listen.
I'm
telling you.
A lot of successful people didn't.
They didn't have nothing. Master P didn't have nothing. He took a $10,000, and this was before he had the money, but he took a $10,000 settlement from his grandpa dying, right? And took that, and then he got, and $10,000 ain't a lot to get. I know hustlers that's getting $10,000, so it ain't like they don't got access to money, right? People got access to money.
Right.
I'm saying that he took the $10,000, he sold CDs out of the trunk of his car, right? Damon John, the CEO and founder of FUBU, had no money, bruh, no money, right? What he did was he took a FUBU jersey and asked one of his friends, L. Cool J, to wear it. He sold out of his car. Neo was in LA, sleeping in a car outside of the record label for 6 months before they gave him a contract. He begged and slept out his car for 6 months. You can't tell me that out of all the stuff we got on BT and all these channels and all
you can't go on BT now.
No, but they still got us. They still got all these different. It's mass ways to access. It's mass ways to access success stories and see people who are paid from nothing.
But they ain't gonna do the research to find
but that's
that out.
what I'm saying. It's mass ways to look.
They're not gonna
That's like
do
saying it's a
research to find it
library.
out.
Listen, yeah, you can look at all that stuff, but I'm saying, what are you showing on an everyday basis? That's what I'm saying. That news feed ain't showing Neo sleeping in the car, because that's the mass feed story. I heard about that.
They don't want us to think that it's hope to do that.
They don't want you to think that was like that happened that way. They want you to think it's overnight success. So when you don't have the overnight success, it's not gonna happen for you. They don't want you to believe.
And
like,
you'll get discouraged and quit.
Yeah, dang, Neo, you did what? Now when you tell me that, see, like how you just put that out there. You just put out that Neo slept in the car all that time. So now you're like, damn, he really did. I can do this too. But if I don't know that, I just need.
Right, but I'm saying we gotta quit making that excuse for, like, too many people say, because I didn't have access to the information or nobody told me, to me, that's an excuse. It's a crutch. You know what I mean?
Too lazy to do the research.
I try to dead that off rip because you got so many teachers who are in high schools who are saying it. You got so many people in the churches. You got so many people. Right now, there's so many people walking these streets, passing out flyers. There's so many subconsciously driven pushing black on and saying you can. Like, we got Barack Obama as a president. That alone, despite whatever you think about him, right? It's so many ways of influence. I'm like, that can't be the
Love it, I'm Barack. He cool, but I'm a swerve on that one. I'm gonna let that go because it's almost out of here.
But the bottom line is the resources are out here, but the resources are not promoted. That's the problem. That's why there is people that wants to go find this, wants to find research and apply it. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them, they just don't know where it's at, because in our community, it's the resources we don't really talk about. You really have to go on a search and get up and go search to go find it. And like the TV programs, they do not expose the behind the scenes, or how the people really came up. Like the average person, if you ain't got cable, you ain't even gonna see Unsung to find out how Neo and any of them came up, what it really takes.
Man, this system
so
was designed for that.
So that's what I'm saying. A lot of
I agree with y'all. I'm just saying you can't use that.
Don't use the excuse. No, because that's like saying there's no information out there, but the library down the street, you just ain't never walked down there.
I mean, the
library is really a public library.
The average hood nigga, so to speak. Look, you want to use the word.
Yeah, use nigga.
Right? Hood brother. Who? The average hood brother, most likely, and I know there's a lot of negative in the household, but probably had a grandma or a mama or somebody who said, yes, you can be better. Yes, you can do better. True. Please pull your pants up, True. And they made a decision to go left instead of go right. So it's like, when I talk to the youth, I tell them, like, quit trying to tell me you can't go find success. Quit trying to tell me that you can't go find a success story. Quit trying to tell me that ain't nobody out here trying to help you. Or just because your daddy ain't my daddy wasn't in my life until I was 20, right?
He still ain't in my life.
You know what I'm saying? You can't keep using these excuses. And that's the only thing I'm trying to say. I agree with what y'all saying, but we got to start telling people that you got to make a decision to want better for yourself and say, stop saying I can't have it and stop saying how can I get it. Yep. I can't be successful. I can't find the researcher. I can't. No. How can I? Where is it? Change your vocabulary. Change your mindset, because we get a lot of people say they ain't never had a shot because ain't nobody tell them. What you mean? How do we get to where we at right now? We went through civil rights. We went through all this stuff because people.
But it's like what you said.
We don't have those examples.
You don't got just 2 lakhs to even go look for.
We don't have those examples on a day-to-day basis. So you're going to have to do some extra researching and getting them off your butt.
You don't even have examples to want, like you said, you share those quotes every day. Everybody not sharing it. Now everybody had go news feed going through all day. Yeah, it'll be a lot more successful people, but go ahead, y'all keep talking. I'm just going real quick.
Everybody's on other type of news feeds. They're not feeding themselves the right information. And by that time, a lot of them are addicted to the other kind of information, the negative.
Yeah.
So it'd be hard to just break about that and I'm positive today.
The negative is entertainment. They like, we can't wait to see who fought who and who about to break up with who.
But now the negativity, as far as being entertainment, now entertainment is being pushed as it needs to be the reality, or this is the reality. It ain't just entertainment. This is how they get it.
I think people don't know how to. They just don't decipher it. They just don't know how to change they don't know how to tell the difference between what's reality and what's entertainment. everything is put together. They think that artists are who they really are. They think these basketball players are basketball players all day. That's all they do. They wake up with a basketball.
1%. And for people who listen to this, 1% of the average African American male is going to make it to the NBA or NFL. 1%. That means you're in a race against millions of other people, and it's only. In today's world, more jobs are given in trade than they are with a bachelor's degree.
See, but no, now we're going to flip that. Because when you get into trade, they don't push trades no more in school.
No, I'm telling you right now, I noticed because I'm working with the school system, what they're doing is they're coming out with initiatives like My Tomorrow, where they're literally trying to coach you and train you on...
Pause real quick. What's up, Eric? Okay, I'll produce
No, wait.
What?
All the comments popping up now. I ain't had any comment the whole show. It went all the way back to Iyanla.
Boy, see, that's what I just want to let y'all know. Facebook be messing up. But we having a great conversation.
My bad. Y'all can hit me up for sure.
But no, what I want to talk about with trades. You're saying that the school system is bringing trades
back. The school
back.
system has recognized that most people are not going to four-year colleges and getting four-year degrees for whatever reason. There's several variables, right? So what you're starting to see is initiatives like My Tomorrow, where they're schooling you on alternative options outside of four-year degrees, and they have partnered with corporations to actually partner with the schools in the middle school all the way through high school to say, we're going to show you how to work this trade, whether it's construction or it's whatever.
What
so
school is this?
No, this is Cincinnati Public School District.
But they been had that and they took it out.
Started it.
They had it and they took it out.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you.
Not the company you're talking about. They used to have home ec in school. They used to have workshop.
Right.
They took it out, but now they put it back in.
But people got to understand politics. Like when you don't vote for a levy to pass, sometimes some of those different programs and stuff are not going to be in the schools anymore. So and then when levies do pass, the middle class will get taxed. Right. So if you're in the middle class and you make anywhere between $200,000 and $1,000 and up, you're going to get taxed for certain things that the lower class will get, like certain services that go into the system.
So they just have to get the low bill.
Yeah, so
because they don't want to get taxed.
It's a class.
That's the problem. People won't go vote because they figure, oh, they're gonna make a difference, not really realizing that them not voting is affecting more than just.
Not only that they're not voting, it goes back to they don't know the policies. They don't know what they're voting for.
Right. So you got to educate them not only why they need to vote. Tell me why I need to vote. Don't just say vote because
the mayor, the prosecutor, and the president.
Mayor, prosecutor, president. I don't think that people vote for that much.
So most people, most people in the lower class that their children attend those public schools, a lot of them don't know. Like,
it's going to affect their body. When you're in the lower class, those policies don't affect my pocket. It affects my environment, but it don't affect my pocket.
I mean, so for example, like most people in the lower class depend on government help, right? Mm-hmm. So if policies are not voted on in their direction, then those government assistance will be cut off or will be extremely changed. For example, you might not be able to receive food stamps unless you work a certain amount of hours and prove that you got a job, or somebody saying that I don't got a job. You know what I mean? Section 8 might be cut to a certain degree where now you ain't got a choice but to live in the house with your mama and your sister and all their kids versus you getting the same. You know what I mean?
That's what policies educating people don't know that stuff.
Yeah, when whoever is in a position as city council or a position as state representative or whatever, they're going to be the ones who are going to come down with these different statewide policies and procedures that will affect everybody.
But me personally, you gotta believe that system work anyway. You gotta believe that system is actually gonna benefit us in the first place. Because if that system is already rigged, it don't matter what you vote for. They know in politics, they know what they want to happen. They know what's going to happen.
I do believe it works on I think it works on every level.
I think it works on another level because I don't have people on the inside tell me that they done been in this and they done seen it when they work in that situation.
It depends on what tax bracket you in.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But I've seen people who are part of it and who done told me like, no, this stuff.
That's like a lot.
It really does go like how you really
they say middle class.
They really do kind of.
They say middle class, but a lot of people don't even know what rate that is for you to even be in the middle class. A lot of people think they're the middle class.
And they ain't. They down here with me in the lower class.
I talk to my students all the time and I say, how much money do you got to make a year for you say you rich? And they be like, man, if I can see $60K a year, or I can see $70K or whatever, and I'm like, so you think that's money, right? You think that's money? They don't know. They don't know. But you got people out here that's in the lower class surviving off of $15,000 a year.
So in a sense, in their economy, that is rich.
Right.
But-
If you get in their economy, if I'm
And they
making
did.
if I'm making 50,000 or 40,000 a year, I'm making some money. You know what I mean? And I'm not knocking nobody who's making that. I'm just saying that certain people that's what their mind is limited to.
Right. Because
They
of
think
what-
that's money,
Right.
right? And they think that they might be in a certain class because of that. But that's not true. And you got to think of this: when you're married, both of your incomes, that's what's considered a status. So if you're making 50, you're making 50, y'all both are now at 100,000, that's your income. So now that qualifies you for a certain status or whatever. Really, it's 200,000 or 250,000 and up. Your tax will change once you start making 250,000 and up. Anybody that's under $250,000, it wouldn't be considered necessarily lower class, but you're not technically middle class yet. You know what I mean?
That's lower class.
You know what I mean?
You gotta say,
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you making less than 250,000 a year,
Y'all
whether that's
down here with me if you ain't making over 250.
whether that's joint or single, right, then most likely you are not technically in the middle class. Now, once you get up from 250 and you up to the hundreds of thousands, you starting to go from that middle class to that upper class, you starting to make a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people, they hustling and doing what they doing, and these numbers are not crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you'd be surprised how much money people have coming their way that they don't even know. They just saw 80K, they just saw 100K, they just didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? They didn't even know that all them people hair they did, all that grass they cut, all that money they hustled, all them jobs they got, that they started seeing, they just didn't know.
Right.
So it's like, and that's the other thing, I know we gotta go in a minute, but it's crazy to me that people doubt themselves, like, I can't be an entrepreneur, I can't be successful, I can't do things legit. When you are hustling and being an entrepreneur, it's legit.
What do we have? We have means on from Black owned. Shout out to means. What do you call it? Transferable. What do you call it? Transferable. It's something where you can transfer. You can take how good you is out there hustling and put that into the business ethics.
Right.
You can really take off doing
Yeah.
it. So that's a good point.
You gotta do it legally. Be disciplined. It's not gonna be instant gratification, but you gotta look at it like this: if you can hustle, right, and let's say you're making 20K a month, right? 20K a month you hustling, and you see over 100K a year. That 1 year where you messed up and got locked up for the rest of your life or whatever, and put your whole family in that situation, and now you can't see your kids, that 100K over that 1 year, that was worth more than you making that 40 or 50K consistently and trying to grow, for the rest of your life. You will sacrifice your freedom for that little amount of money. You will sacrifice your freedom. People don't look at it like that.
But that goes back into our mentality, which we'll talk about next show. We got a guest who's going to talk about that. It goes back into the mentality of who we are. That we think that is all we have. That's all we worth. That's all we worth is to get this, and if we don't have that, then there's nothing else we can do. So that's a real big thing. But like you said, people make excuses about it. I don't know if it's excuses. Sometimes I think it's the environment making you think that way. I think it's your surroundings making you think that way. I think it can be excuses as well. But I think there's a lot of words you just don't think you can. At the end of the day, you just don't have that will to think that you can do that.
I think a lot of people, they have fear, they have doubt.
Fear,
they scared. You know what I mean?
Fear.
And then some of them, they got too much pride. Man, if I ain't go to school, so I ain't the smartest cat. You know what I mean? So, but you smarter than what you think.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got more skills than you think you got.
Right.
And the more you keep doubting yourself and
Yeah,
feeling fear, you know what I mean?
So that goes back to almost your upbringing and having somebody, like I said, like having somebody to push you and tell you you work. Like you said, that grandma or something, let you know.
They don't have that motivation.
You got it. That's what that motivation behind it.
And that's why you see influence and mentors and positive role models and making sure that there is certain people that's successful. That's why black entrepreneurship is important. I don't just say I want to be rich. I understand the economic value of a black entrepreneur. You know what I mean? By me being a black entrepreneur, I was able to hire my friend from high school. I was able to put other friends into jobs. I was able to hire, at 19, I was hiring tutors and mentors.
Right.
You know what I mean? My sister worked for me. Me and my sister worked for me through work study while we was in college. Now she working at Toyota making buku money, right? So it's like, because I was an entrepreneur, I was in a position where I could actually contribute more than the average black person to his community. So you can't afford not to take on entrepreneurship. It's an economic. How do you think Barack Obama got in office? How do you think that civil rights happened and Martin Luther King was able to march? They went to the black-owned hair salons, the black-owned barbershops, the black-owned, T-shirt, the black-owned record labels. They went to them to get money to fund the campaigns. It was black entrepreneurship that was a spark that can help really make influential change in the presidency, in the civil rights, all of that. So you can't afford not to be smart and not to have your own. Because once you have your own, you can do what you want to do with it. You know what I mean? If I'm broke, I'm gonna give something to somebody else. I can't give you no job if I ain't got no job for you. True. But if I own the company and I can give you a job. So entrepreneurship is a way to empower the other people coming behind you and set the example.
That's a good point. Yeah, this guy right here, he just went off. He just went off on y'all. Y'all said that like, damn, I gotta own something. I need to own something. I ain't contributing. I ain't did nothing. I need to own something.
Hopefully at least call somebody in the hood to open up a new candy store out there.
Hey, candy store entrepreneur. I was able to hire my little cousin. He come here and sweep up shit. Entrepreneur. Hey,
that's for real.
That's a business. So I definitely agree. I'm glad we had you on, man. I'm glad you're on. Do me a favor though. Rihanna or ain't who you from over now? That's cool, but let people know before we get out of here. Stop talking loud. Let people know what other companies you got. Some other companies you got. We were talking about some of your nonprofit.
Okay.
At least let them know about that.
When I was 19, I started my first company. It was called Learning C Become Incorporated. The reason why I started Learning C Become Incorporated is because I wanted to help my youth, my peers and youth, learn from their mistakes, exceed the expectations before they become what they were destined designed to be. So, I still have that company. It's a nonprofit consulting company. I've worked with organizations like BJakers, Cincinnati Public School District, working in over 20 high schools a year, facilitating workshops and seminars in the community, doing mentoring. So that was the first company I started. So I still do that. That's another revenue stream for me. I own 100% of that company. I made my first 100,000 at 20. So I understood what it was like to run a business and make some money. I got another company called Winner Circle Entertainment. It's just something I want to throw parties or do events. I might put it under that umbrella. I got a manager now. He also, broker deals for Master P, Carly Red, a whole lot of other people. Rosa Costa. His name is Planet McNair. We just started a company called Planet McNair Digital. I own 40% of that company. So that's another company I have. So I've just been learning how to, brand different things and own different businesses. But I would love to talk to anybody that's,
how can they get in contact with you?
You can hit me on Facebook, Branden Criss. Just look up Branden Criss, BRANDEN, Criss, CRISS. You can go to the website. He's always to do music.
I know, no, we can get that.
You can check me out on.
They ain't know you sing, man.
Yeah, we check me out where else.
But you can go to the website, www.greatcatchinc.com. You can go to Facebook and look at LEB Inc., Learning C Become Incorporated. I'm also on the board of the African American Chamber of Commerce, so definitely go to the www.african-americanchamber.com. I built that website. We got Fortune 500 companies, mass black-owned businesses who are securing. I'm talking about millionaire companies here locally who started from nothing. So I know that's what I'm saying. We got to tell the story. You know what I mean?
I think that's what's missing, telling the story, letting the story know. Okay, well, now we got that out the way. Let them hear something, because let the people hear something. Like, go ahead, because you ain't talking about your other venture, your singing.
It got to be original. We don't want to get shut down for copyright.
No, he gonna be original. He cool. He see something good. Really? Just say a couple notes for the people. Don't get shot down. Don't get shot down.
Okay. I mean, I used to sing a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Girl, stop playing. I know you got a man, but girl, he's playing. I can see myself in you where I fit in.
Okay. Actually, that's how I first met him. He came in my shop and he was singing.
I got one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sing, Mark.
Oh, Lord.
Sweet lady, would you be my sweet lover a lifetime? I never. Hey, I'm just saying, I can do it all too.
Was he trying to act? Was that jumping jacks?
Hey, don't you do the temptation.
Was the dancer to compensate for the singing?
No, but I can sing. I can hit it. They just call me a young Whitney Houston on the floor. You know,
young Whitney Houston.
And will always love you.
They gonna report us to Facebook and spam.
Sure is.
Maybe I'll say that for next show. You know what I'm saying? Go let me take that, but
made Whitney roll over her grave.
Hey, look, I just want to say appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through. Thank you to Victoria Moore with She's Healed. I want to thank you again. Great Catch Market Solutions definitely gave the people something here. A couple stories that they needed to hear. And I think that's one thing that I got out of this conversation. It's a lot of stuff that people just don't hear to make them get motivated to want to do it. You know what I'm saying? They see the story, then I guess what it is, they see the instant gratification, and that's all they see. But they don't
Information
understand
and
really
inspiration.
They say it takes 10 years to look like an overnight success. It takes 10 years minimum to look like an overnight success. So when you see somebody hit the public eye, and now they're on TV, and now they Facebook, all their pictures on Instagram is like 100, you don't really get to see all the other stuff because they was grinding for 10 years. You know what I mean? They was working. That work ethic, they was working for 10 years. You know, some people would take 20 years, it take 40 years. What they said about the millennials, I talked to a lot of older people, I hang around a lot of older people at the chamber and stuff. They say millennials these days and the generation after millennials, they want things right now. And they don't understand that things take time. I want to own a business right now. I want my business to make money right now. I want that girl right now. I want that relationship right now. I want to have that baby right now. Right?
We don't want to do that.
So, just remember that.
Just
Remember that. You know what I mean? It takes 10 years to like an overnight success. Take your time. Do your due diligence. Be patient. You know what I mean? Grind. Work hard.
Wait from check to check. That's that Detroit. I know he fell out from Big Sean, Detroit, you know what I'm saying? They see I look like an overnight success. Check to check, live check. First place in the negative.
Bars. Tune in next week for bars.
Yeah, .com, yeah. So now, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. But as always, don't get tricked, nigga!
Now, how y'all gonna end the show with the N word?
Oh, shoot! Don't get tricked, nigga! Did it work better? It still ain't cool.
No, it still ain't cool.
Don't get tricked, brother. Don't get tricked, my brother. There you go. Hey, appreciate y'all.